Snake Eyes. And we'll move that one down for Diegum. And I really need to put people in the right spots. Oh my god, I hate myself.
Alright, I hit the go live streaming for us, so good to go.
What level are we?
6?
Oh, thank God.
We're actually 6 in this game, Jeebus, just so you know.
Alrighty, we good?
Yep.
We're ready.
Good.
Oh, this is the wrong music. Whoa, what the? Someone skip the music ahead?
Wasn't
No,
it?
sometimes remember where we left off.
That was weird.
Also, you have to think the watch together is split between, at least that one's split between the 3 of you.
Yeah. Alright, so looks like we're back. Episode 20 of Sea of Sorrows. And I have had a heck of a day. So bear with me a little bit, folks.
I'm alive.
Yep, I did not kill Zamar last game.
And neither did I.
Ovid
Which
may
was
have
a
tried to
miracle.
kill me. But I'm all good.
It was a Tabaxi miracle. That being said, last session, the party continued through the swamp, being trailed by a rather talkative Morwen, the undead druid that seemed to have taken a liking to the group. They nested down for the night, and Morwen, having found an interest in what makes the so-called rabbits tick, decided to wander off, which, whether it was her leaving or not, seemed to prompt a lot of unusual screaming that was akin to children, aka rabbits, dying, and a pack of feral ghouls beared down on the party, which dispatched them with minor injuries. That being said, what does the party do? Because I believe that was the last watch for the night. So you do get your full rests.
I have no idea because I was not feeling very well, so I'm not really cognitively aware where we are.
You are in the middle of the Ichthyer swamps.
Javelin back.
Is it always this dark here?
Oh, sorry, forgot about that.
Poor man.
Somebody put it on some eerie fog swamp music.
I might have something. Oh, Dio's got it.
There we go. Anything Lovecraftian, I think, is fine for eerie swamp music.
Is this Dead Space music?
No, this is Lovecraftian music, which is close.
Pretty much.
One or the other. It fits what we're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, God. Is daybreak here, like, just not any better? Kyle's just kind of like snapping her neck.
I can see it. It's father.
Is it
I'll take
really
that as-
not adjusting
that-
correctly?
It is. I was making more.
It's definitely
this is
low
in character.
light. Oh, that's much better.
Oh, okay, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, I was just in character because.
Sorry.
No, you're
Go
fine.
on.
You're fine. God, please tell me we're at least somewhere close to the end of this place.
I
Oh,
don't think
no.
we are.
We're most likely a third of the way through, so judging by the way that the Vistani told us it would take us 2 to 3 days to get to the edge.
I mean, there are shortcuts, but
Nah, I'm good.
What's the caveat to this then?
well, you remember those ladies I was telling you about that I tried to start the book club with, and the knitting circle, and the sewing circle, and
The hags.
yes. We would have to travel near them, which, I mean, in all reality, probably isn't that bad compared to, what's that direction with the giant slimes and what did they call it? Pudding, which sounds delicious, but I can tell you it's really painful.
No, I think I'm good.
We're good.
Ellie will just quietly eat the egg Benedict while thinking. Great. So I have a choice of fighting with hags or dealing with a black pudding.
I don't do well with things that dissolve metals. A lot of very sensitive components in here.
And you all remember her, sticking her hand in something earlier and then pulling it out, and, the bone was sizzling off before it kind of just slowly, flesh regrew over it.
Definitely don't want to deal with that.
It's also why Ellie is sitting on the other side of the fire.
Did you give her some, or just the
I would
group?
have, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's just kind of looking at it at first, and then...
Jiggles it, because it's like,
Yeah, it's definitely like a jiggling, and, she prods it with a fork.
oh, she's using a fork.
Yeah, there's this weird moment where you're watching her, and at first she's about to be real prim and proper. Before she throws the fork over her shoulder and just grabs it with her hand and just starts eating it.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, that figured.
I wouldn't have gotten your hopes up too high for that.
I was. She had a fork in her hand. I thought at least someone in this group would know etiquette.
Well then.
It's in my know.
I think he's following the same procedure of just eat.
It'll get all over your fur.
Kyle's just gonna use her psychic thing and just make a fork.
I handed you forks. I spent money on this stuff. So
I love the fact that Deca spent money on it. Kyle's like, nah, just stabs it with a knife.
Ellie is the only one that's actually using the fork and
You all
utensil.
do this just to insult me.
No, well, maybe.
That we call a nice meal. 3 per day, plus 2 snacks.
Oh my
I love how the
God.
robot, the man who doesn't eat, is the only person in this party who's ever actually spent money on rations.
Exactly. Because why would we have to if Deckham's got it?
Elliot is thankful. He's actually able
Well,
to
we
taste
could
food
get-
now.
We could also continue through the swamp. Knowing you all's personal characteristics, I don't think dealing with a group of spellcasting, mind manipulating witches would probably be great for any of you.
Most certainly
Probably
not.
not.
But I also...
And judging... Oh, I was just going to say, and judging from the last time I encountered them, neither am I. Apparently.
And I am also not inclined to deal with a black pudding or creature that can dissolve metal like it's,
I would never feed you blood pudding. It's strictly off my list. What are you talking about?
No, I'm referring to the creature known as the black pudding.
There's evil food.
They are not food, I can assure you that.
All right. So they're.
He's talking
Kyle-
about the things over there. They're slimes. That's good
Oh,
hickory.
slimes, yes. I've never heard of a black pudding, though. It's rosemary.
Just from the small knowledge I have from Greybeard's bestiary books. Have you ever encountered a rust monster?
A what?
Thankfully, no.
But you have heard of it.
Oh, yes.
I'm looking right at Deckham.
Yes.
Good. So a black pudding is basically an ooze variant of a rust monster. Except more
Let's avoid
dangerous.
that at all costs.
Hmm?
Let's avoid that at all costs. My mechanic is days away. And
Yes.
I don't think any of you can reattach one of my limbs.
Yes, that's why. And I think, if I remember, I'm just gonna roll this. Okay, so what I was trying to remember, and I'll ask the DM if this is too meta and whatnot, but Ellie was trying to recall if the black pudding can actually also dissolve magical weapons or gear.
Let me check.
I don't have any of that.
Roll.
Well, you are a magic being, so it might not be able to kill you immediately.
No, Ellie's also worried about his sword.
Nah. You can just walk it off. Just rub some dirt in it.
Still have your maul.
I thought you said you still have your mom. I'm like, I mean, you're not wrong.
Enchanted,
Oh,
made of metal of wood, or any enchanted item does not seem to be dissolved by the corrosiveness of a black pudding. However, anything that isn't magical, pretty quickly.
Right, so
And with a 21, you know that the average or black pudding can cut through about 2 inches of thick non-magical wood or metal in about a round,
okay.
or 6 seconds.
So, Elliot goes, I'll put it this way. My Sword of the Black Templar might have a chance to not be dissolved, but non-magical or enchanted metals and wood, the black pudding will probably go through, let's say, 5 to 6 inches of it within 6 seconds, maybe less.
How fast are these things?
They just swim right into you, or like an ooze would work. They clamber onto you, and they attempt to dissolve you as fast as possible.
Alright then.
And I don't see a lot of us, including myself, wearing any magical protection gear or weaponry of...
I got fur.
I'm sorry, Samar, but you and Kyle most likely be the highest targets because there's not much metal or wood in the way.
I could use a couple more spell slots to put a magical aura on all of you.
I would rather just avoid the oozes altogether.
Well, yes, so does that mean we have to go deal with the hags? Because it seems like we have one of two options.
There should be a third
I'm
option.
saying that's the.
Shortcut. That's not what we
Shortcut.
have to do.
I may have
Anybody
finished
else
that
have any more
question.
flesh of the unborn? I really want some more.
Kyle
Wait,
just
I
turned her
thought you
head.
said you didn't like that because it wasn't ripe.
Flesh of the unborn is always delicious.
Right. That being said, I vote we continue still the long way, or at least the main plan of route, and not get too distracted by shortcuts or other crazy events going about.
Yeah.
Also, what is the blood pudding you were talking about? Is that some sort of other creature?
No, it's a used usually pig's blood to congeal it into a sausage-like consistency, and it's some people quite enjoy it. Other people that aren't used to the flavor don't like it at all.
I might try this one of these days.
Well, we'll need to find a pig first.
Agreed.
Don't trust like half the pigs here. For all we know, it could be just some weird
Oh,
abomination.
here, not at all. The
As I s-
rabbits just have a black sludge in them.
As I said, once we get out of here and maybe someday in the future, but not now.
Actually, since Elliot would have been up, you probably would have been the first person to ever see Deckham finally cast mage armor. He usually does it before your eyes are all awake.
Elliot does get up for morning prayers, just does it quietly on the side.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, Deckham's like almost always conscious. He sleeps from
I'm a
like
cat, so I'm just napping all the time.
constantly, even while you're walking.
Just always asleep will just punches something and like senses it's like, I feel something.
Feel a disturbance in my fist. Right, so, just continue on down the regular path then,
Agreed.
Yep.
and hope you aren't assailed.
I suppose for the most part, at least until Warren decides to go take another walk.
I mean, I thought about it.
Yeah.
But mostly because I just need to stretch. Snap. She like cracks her neck over like brutally to one side.
Right, a ecstatic walk.
I like the term enthusiastic.
Do we need a moonlight over you for the most part?
The sun's up, I think.
It's somewhere over there. I can kind of see it poking through the gray.
She kind of like leans over, and you watch her kind of just her head. She kind of suddenly there's a fungus or something growing on this tree, and she just kind of sniffs it and then licks it. Yeah, it's daylight.
You couldn't just... Never mind.
Right. I guess I'll be taking points.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a spell, they taste different. And there wasn't imminent demise with the whole, comet smacking into something.
Alright, Jekko will take out his lantern, tap on the glass.
It pops up. Seems like the direction you guys were headed seems pretty good for right now.
Alright.
As you kind of do you swing it around, or
Yeah, I'll kind of just check to see if it glows any brighter or anything.
no? It seems like for right now you're fairly safe where you are.
Alright, Elliot, I believe that way is the safest path for now. Well, the most correct. I don't know how this lantern works. But it seems to know where I want to go, so that way.
Very well. I'll take points and just tell me if I'm straying off the path.
Will do.
And Elliot finishes the Egg Benedict and gets up and gets ready to go.
All right. Who wants to roll me some dice?
Zidbar wasn't here last week. Make him do it.
Yep.
Yes. What do you
Roll
want?
me a D100.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I see. I have been freed of my curse.
Oh no!
I have been freed.
Oh no!
Roll 20 is mad at you.
Oh no!
This
no,
man
no.
gets COVID and takes off. Fuck you.
Oh shit!
Well,
No, it's not good. We have to bring us back to the title screen.
I just hear the gears turning in Moo's head like, good luck.
Yeah. I was not expecting such a low roll right off the bat, but what's the marching
thing
order
about my
currently?
luck. Think about my luck.
Elliot will be taking point.
Probably Elliot, Deckham, Kyle, Zinmar. Actually, funnily enough, how our names show up at the bottom of my screen.
Pretty much. I'll be
Actually,
like
yeah.
more towards.
Yeah, the thing about my luck is that I have no average luck. I am either extremely lucky or extremely unlucky. There's no in between. That could have been a D100, but you rolled the 50-50 chance, and now it's a 1.
What I found
I
more
have
interesting
to
is that I got the
roll, so
nat 20 just before you, and now I just got the other extreme. I'm sorry, Simar, I sold your lucky.
That's okay. We're all going to suffer.
Roll 20 doesn't know that I got COVID, okay? It doesn't know.
It just doesn't care. It's the unfeeling machine of like, okay, you want your RNG goddesses, your Lady Luck? No.
I've never. Okay, I lied because I've had it happen to me a few times.
Yeah, we've seen the 1, and we've also seen the 100.
I've seen the 100 like 4 times and I hate it.
Well,
That's okay. If we all die, it's your fault. Smile.
like 100%. Ready for it. Be the second time I've ended an entire campaign with a really bad dice roll.
All
Wait,
right.
the first
Okay.
time was when I accidentally
Yes.
summoned a lich on our level 1 party because I rolled a 1 on a D1000.
Oh,
Elliot,
yes.
I need a perception.
Okay.
And a perception from Deckham at advantage.
Wait, do we both get advantage, or it's just Deckham?
Deckham gets advantage for what he's looking at.
Oh, disadvantage, okay.
You get advantage. You don't have advantage on what you're seeing. Or actually, God, it is in low light, so yeah, you are at disadvantage for perception. Even with dark vision.
11.
Okay, here we go. Here's my disadvantage.
Oh god.
It's okay, Jeebus. We're all
Hello,
gonna die
Dice.
anyway.
I've missed you.
Or it wasn't high for you.
Oh.
So, the way this plays out, Deckham, as you're following through, suddenly the flame begins to burn this cold blue And as you swing it side to side, it seems like it's not really changing much. And you, what do you do? I mean, it seems like the way ahead of you is now a bit of a problem.
Everyone, battle stations.
What?
He just looks at the lamp and he holds it up to everybody. It's like this angry blue flame. I don't know what this means, but every time I turn, it's around us.
Green flame.
I believe we've been spotted.
I immediately pull out my sword and start looking around.
Elliot, which is why it's kind of an odd thing that you kind of wonder why you didn't see it. As the tree ahead of you, you hear this loud crack as it breaks in half and is pushed over.
Deckham, you're not on the field.
What?
No, he is. He's the light source.
I'm right here.
Oh, he's right. Oh, wow. I thought he was a bonfire.
He's literally the torch.
No. It's fine. I'm sorry. I thought we were on a campfire.
I am the campfire.
That you
Is
are.
that better?
Yes, I see him now. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I don't see this. I didn't see the torch.
Yeah, I just grabbed the torch that was the campfire and put it over. So yeah, I think this is that moment where we might need some initiative. And some
What
music.
the fuck?
I'm not feeling. Oh wait, I forgot to full heal because we got a full rest. Let me put my health.
Are
in.
you feeling what I'm feeling?
I love a TPK. Hold on, I got this, guys. Yeah, goodbye, guys.
That is 5 ones in 6 rolls, and one of them was a D100.
So Moogle, how do you like a TPK because someone rolled a bad number?
I mean, you guys are gonna probably be fine. I mean, remember those things you've thrown at us?
Just a single Cyclops. It should be alright.
Smile.
Right now. That's like
Yeah.
Cyclops to me.
It's probably. I think I know what it is, but I'm not gonna bet it gave it. My assumption is something. It's a creature. That's what it is.
It's critter.
No, that's a deli thing. It doesn't exist here.
At least everybody else is rolling shit.
Okay.
At least
So this
I'm
makes
not.
sense. Let's get some fight music here. Just a moment. Let's see what's going to be a good one for this final stand. Nah, that seems too heavy.
No, that's
Persecution of
relevant
the
to what's about to
masses.
fucking happen.
Irrelevant. The one that that's like I just shit my pants kind of thing.
No.
the
So
song
as
we-
as he turns and sees you, he suddenly lets out a. Does anybody speak? What is ogre? Giant?
Sadly, no.
I don't think any of us do. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I don't either.
Well, as he does that, you hear Morwen. I don't know. I just thought I'd join in.
I'd rather die now than listen to this conversation. For some reason, I got like the Dory impression of.
Why does it scare me more that Morwen's actually in the battle?
Yeah. Let her go away. We don't need her. Well,
And it comes forward. Elliot. With a 16 hit.
That just misses. Barely.
He's basically got a gnarled freaking tree log.
Oh, it's so good. I took defense fighting style. Yeah, that miss. I'm so glad. Wow.
All right, Kyle.
Ah, boy, hold on. What's the terrain like? Just
Difficult.
no, I got that.
Swamp.
I understand.
You are up to your knees or waist in water. There are gnarled trees. You know the roots are there. There is algae.
Screw it.
There is peat moss growing. You know you're kind of scrambling across rocks and things like that.
Let me read these because I'm just looking at these. Midnight. Huh. You know, Mogul, because I hate you, and I know you
Okay.
hate me too.
Do it.
How many do I roll for these?
For
It says
what?
1d4 for the result, but technically it goes up to 12, so I'm very confused how that works.
Oh shit! Was it the new ones that I did not actually finish off?
Well, there's like multiple results here, so.
Okay. Yeah, these are a little bit heavy. Gonna test them.
Okay.
You roll 2d6.
Alright. Okay, because it says. Oh, that's for the charges. Okay. Huh. Oh no!
All
I'm
right.
suddenly scared.
So you see Kyle just throw the dice. Moogle, please describe what comes out, because this shit's funny.
Let me bring up the spell just to make sure it's not an AOE because that might be a problem.
I don't think it is, because I think it's single target. If I remember correctly. I
One
officially
creature
love
you
these.
can see within range. Yes.
So yeah, and it says one target selected. So yep, that's what's gonna happen, Moogle.
What happens is you roll the dice, and in midair they stop, and you watch as the 5 and the 7, or the 5 and the 6 light up with this reddish fire as you hear what to you sounds almost an intelligible word, something being spoken by a dragon or some demon or something. And let's
I
see.
know Inferno.
Yeah, okay, so in Infernal, you hear the word, you hear the command, what you would know as a noun of pain.
Oh, good.
Here, I'll ping what this one is real quick because it's funny. Just to break the illusion. That's what this one does.
Oh. Oh, did he have less than 100 hit points?
No, that's
Power word kill.
Kill, yeah.
I thought all
Power
power words.
Oh,
were-
if it has less than 100. Yeah. You see this thing, its eyes go wide before it just crumples to the ground, howling and just completely out of it. Just flailing, it's dropped its club.
It still has a technically has a DC save.
No.
Not with pain. Not with any of the power words. If you have 100 less than 100 hit points, you just happen.
God damn it. If a target, oh my god. Otherwise spells a target well. Oh my god. Well, you're welcome, boys. I did my job. I made this fight 100 times easier.
Yeah, I get to make a casting at the end of of its turn, but that's it.
Yeah.
Alright, DC 16 for that.
Yeah.
Alright, that's my turn. So, Deck, you just see Kyle throw the dice and that happens like... Huh. Alright then.
Yeah, they're just floating there in midair before, like, just kind of waiting for you to grab them.
Yeah, I'll grab them then.
I am most suspicious of that.
Weirdly, though, you did hear them hit a table.
This.
Okay, let me get on the right layer so I can adjust this guy's. Yeah, he's. I'm gonna say he's prone because he just was not expecting that shit.
I don't think any of us were. Even me.
None of us were.
All right. The next person in line.
Wait, is Simar in the initiative? I don't see him in the initiative.
Oh, he's
No.
not.
I'm
He
not.
might have forgot to click his token, but he rolled a 1 too, so he's at
Or,
5.
I'm at 5.18. I forget
Just
you
roll it
clicked
for me, or click your token and roll it for me, and I'll put you in, right?
What the fuck is that thing?
Why?
I got a bad feeling about what that is.
Charles? Charles, why are you screaming like a wretched little child you are? Oh. As this thing comes wandering through and shoves a tree over.
Oh, that's a hag.
Big whiffs as it sniffs the air. Oh. Hi, and there's you. You just see Morwin. Hi, Chandra. It's not Chandra. You wretched abomination.
That's incredibly rude. She's been very nice to us.
All right, I've only tried to eat them 3 times.
Wait, when did you try to eat us?
It doesn't matter. It was in your sleep. And 2 minutes after we met each other, and I got hungry yesterday, and I thought about it.
Don't worry, I just keep shoving food in her face when she gets drooly.
The hags, or this creature, looks at each of you, kind of locks eyes with Elliot. You really shouldn't trust a thing like that. They're dangerous. You seem like you know the touch of a hag. Like myself, the kindness that we can give you. I can help you through these woods. My children, I mean, you watch as she kind of pokes the one in front of you with a stick. Whenever that one stops howling like the best that as a child is.
Right, and just before he nearly splattered my head with a club, or rather the tree there.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. He is an idiot. I mean, look at him. He's just flailing around. Filth. And then she smacks him with a stick. Knock it off. Well, what about it? Me and my boys and sisters can help you through here. Clearly you're headed somewhere if you're in these places, or are you looking for us? We offer many, many things.
I kind of still looking at the hag, but gesture my head toward Deckham. I would like to see if we can resolve this peacefully and not get into a fight, but Morwen has been somewhat useful to us. But I would like to speak more clearly about this.
Oh, take your time. As you watch, as she reaches out, and she's going to grab pretty forcefully this one, and yeah, let's see here. What's that gonna be? But quit struggling, you little shit. She kind of drags it over him over as he continues to howl. And that's her turn. Deckham.
Elliot, what was going to do? I know nothing about these creatures. You read about them in a book once, and this, let me tell you, that book was not very flattering to them.
Nor is from my own experience, however. At least from where I'm from in Blackmoor, there is a coven that is helpful, but they usually expect a steep price of payment. But what I would like
I
to
wouldn't
do...
have surprised for getting us through here.
Let me see. Oh, I do. None of you I smell children, but I don't see any. Sisters, get away. We have guests.
I'm going to use my action to ready action if things start looking like they're about to get hostile. Elliot's getting hasted.
Okay.
And I'll use... Can I? No, because it would take my bonus action. Never mind.
You can still use a bonus action.
Well, no, so I would need to cast a spell and then use the bonus action. It's the one that lets me just fucking move 10 feet and leave.
Okay. I gotcha. Because Elliot's just gonna add... I would definitely like to avoid a battle, but I don't want to be in any receiving services. As he's telling this to Deckham, while keeping his eyes on the hag and the ogre. And Elliot is trying really hard to make it clear that I would like us to get out of here alive in a peaceful manner, but I suspect we're gonna probably fight.
Yeah, so that's what Tech is doing. He's just ready action, a haste spell. It will be a subtle spell, haste spell.
Okay. Zamar, what are you doing?
I am kind of just... Wait, so okay, it's my initiative. So I'm probably just going to move up kind of within Deckham and Elliot here. And ready... I forget what it is. Oh no, I just thought I can spend key to react. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to be in a defensive ready position. Not
You gonna
much we
take the
can do
defense
right now.
dodge action, or you can do that as an
No.
action, or it makes it disadvantage against attacks against you
Oh yeah. That's what I. Yeah.
without burning key. If you just use it as an action, otherwise you can burn it to the step of the wind thing.
Yeah, step of the wind is what I was thinking, but I'll just be in a defensive action.
Okay. It's Morwind's turn. So, Clarice, we thought about the book club. The readings are coming on. Gotta be into something. I mean, yes, I even offered for the dissection team, but no, you just. Why? Get away from me. And Elliot, it's your turn.
I'm gonna make a persuasion roll, mostly for, or he's just gonna ask the hag. What I would really like is that we simply go our separate ways. We will take the one you call the abomination with us. You can continue on your way. We don't need any continued problems, as your Charles here is in pain due to strange things, and we will simply be on our way, and you'll be on your own way of whatever you're going to handle. Can we just leave this peacefully?
Well, let us see what the sisters think. You doing anything else on your turn, Elliot, or?
I am going to ready an action. I can't really move an attack on the reaction, sadly. But I really would like to do that. I'm aiming for just keeping the sword at. Actually, yeah, I'll just take the dodge action.
Taking the dodge action? Alright.
Yes.
Alright. So, at the beginning of that turn, you, over the sound of everything and flailing of the creature below, you hear the sound of a whip crack
Oh dear.
and some hissing. Move, bloated creature. Yes, keep moving. As you see 4 hags riding on a very large ogre that seems to have a platform and shaped like a small house built on it.
I now understand why the Moogle hated the one. Summoned every
Jacob's
fucking...
gonna lean down to Elliot and go, I thought his covens were only 3.
That's the minimum requirement to make a coven.
Mama, why dumb? Why you scream? Shut up! Backhanded. You see the 4 on the back. They start looking around. Each of them considerably different. You know, one you see has only one eye. One is, you know, they're all gnarled, hideous creatures, you know, that almost cartoonish in their way, as they all kind of move to one side, causing the whole thing to start shifting, and this giant ogre is like struggling to keep it up. I smell something strong. Shut up! You don't smell anything. I see, though, that there's something of value on the one up there. Oh, she's valuable on her own. No, not the cat. We need to do cat. Shut up, Agnes. As all 3 of them turn and stare at the 4th one.
What?
You, Tin Man, you're interesting, but not as interesting as her. Or what she carries.
Taco's gonna look at you and look at your holster for the fucking knife.
Elliot is gonna keep his mouth tightly shut, but he suspects that they're more interested in her dice. If
Yeah, but Taco still doesn't like that thing.
I have a question, but did Elliot see the dice that Kael threw at the ogre?
Yeah.
Okay, he is going to suspect it's the dice that they're after, or they are suggesting.
And he is still on the ground, or still flailing and in pain as he kind of gets up a little bit. Kael, they, three of them are staring at you right now, the hags. Kael?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize my thing was muted. I'm stupid because I had my headset set
You've
up.
been muted for a while.
Yeah, we were wondering if something was wrong.
I hate that. So, kind of assessing the situation and then looking at her. She's going to prep a bonus action to start to dash once shit breaks out. There's no way in hell they're fighting this.
This is definitely
At least from her perspective, anyway. But yeah, so I'll just prep a dash, and then that's about it. So
Okay. Let's see if she can do this.
God, I hope
Oh, yeah, that did it. As you watch as she's getting fed up and starts taking swipes at Morwyn, who's at first was ducking and diving pretty well.
Ooh, right in the liver.
Yeah, and then it is just full on contact as she basically the first one catches Morwyn in the face, and then the second one just knocks her into a tree about, over here. And, at first you're probably pretty sure she might be dead.
Yeah. Does that matter?
I want to be upset, but at the same time, I want to live, so I'll pick and choose my battles.
As she kind of finally moves around. She, for what you just saw, she's kind of rather gently moving past you, Elliot, to look at Kael. Looks like your guide is out of the commission for now. How about we make a trade to get you through wherever you need to go? I smell it now. Ooh, it's potent power. Oh, yes. I'd give 1,000 children for this. As she points at your holster.
Definitely, considering how weird this thing is, don't think I want to give it to you guys. No offense.
Oh, come now, don't be like that. It's dangerous for young ladies like yourself. You are special. Jacob, it's your turn.
Alright, Jacko. See one of his party members being accosted, especially the female one. Zedbar, you hear a slight click as you notice Deckham is just taken off his hand, and coming out of his wrist is a large drill.
When did you get that installed?
Minutes ago. I've had it the entire campaign. Ma'am, I do understand that you have your wants, but our guide has been doing us just fine. I believe that if you all just continue with your business, we will continue with ours, and we do not have to have any bloodshed today. Can I roll like persuasion or something?
Sure.
Come on, Deck.
Believe.
$19.
Perhaps.
I would sincerely hate for you to have to lose any of your sisters. As my friend over here, he gestures towards Elliot, gets rather shall we say, bloodthirsty when he smells blood. And doing that to Morwen's probably set off his senses already.
Which Elliot's already kind of showing his fangs a little bit, but also has the sort of the Black Templar already fully drawn out, so he's just at the ready.
The four of you can roll me a perception check.
Sure.
Oh no.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm right behind you, buddy.
Guys, come on.
Good thing we're a very perception-based party.
I know, thank the Lord.
Either we're trained or have high wisdom already.
That
There's
should be
one
18.
thing I don't like about this chair. It has like a built-in lower back pillow, but it's like just too big.
Yeah, I hate that.
Just take it off.
It's
Deckham-
built into the chair.
Mostly because you're so close to her. Same with Elliot. Kyle and Zinmar? All of these hags who were kind of talking amongst themselves, along with the one who's not screaming and holding his head. It just got real quiet and tense.
Now we're outside of tents.
Not the 10 towns. Okay, I get you.
If that's your turn, Deckham?
Did that take my action?
Not inherently, but
Alright, oh, wait. Was I stupid? Did I just waste a third level spell by
Yes,
it not
you did.
going off?
Yes, you did.
yeah.
Shit. Alright, well, I will be better at that in the future. I'm going to ready a first level spell.
Okay.
A 20-foot cube
Uh-oh.
of sparkliness.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not that great.
Or
What?
are you gonna cast it, or are you readying it?
I'm readying it. I'm readying Fairy Fire for that square.
What's the trigger?
Elliot goes to murder.
All right, Zamar. As I said, it's gotten a bit tense suddenly at the mention of the sisters being hurt.
So, can I see if? Oh, what's her name? Marwyn?
Morrowind, yeah.
Can we see if she is like conscious, moving, alive?
As far as you can tell, when she got smacked, or her face first got ripped off, and then she got smacked, her head is kind of jammed into like a knothole in a tree. She's just like hanging there, like not really moving.
Yeah, she could walk it off, probably.
I'm still. So things have been getting a little out of hand. I still think we can just be on our way. Nobody has to get hurt. Nobody has to risk getting hurt. I would hate for you to lose your coven status. I don't want any sort of problems. I think if you just let us go on our way, we'll let you guys go on your way, and we'll carry on from here. And I'm gonna burn my inspiration for persuasion.
Okay.
Otherwise, just still sitting on the defensive, treading very lightly.
Now I gotta roll something for someone.
How long does it take this idiot to get stand back up? Not long.
She might just be playing dead.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
You, Zamar, since you were watching, it's rather silent as it happens. As you watch, what you first think is blood dripping off of Morrowind, which suddenly you realize is a lot of other things.
Turning into a storm. She's just making thousands and thousands of little idiots.
As her body begins to disintegrate. I'm just gonna move her way to hill over here.
Strange question, but did you find her class on GM's Guild? Or at least the druid section of her class?
No.
Huh. I've
Actually,
played I played with a quote-unquote swarm druid before, and I was just wondering if it was the same kind.
This one is from Rit Witch's primer that I've modified a little bit.
He might have been doing the same thing. I don't know. He was just like trash Santa.
Yeah.
A fucking what?
Yeah, he played with Arnost, actually, funnily enough, my other chef character.
Oh yeah, the only person that could never roll on that one because he was a halfling.
He was my halfling arcade archer fighter, and he did fucking work.
May I ask if you can shift Z this token here? I feel like I've seen that before.
These all seem like Warhammer things. It all just looks like Warhammer art.
Meanwhile, anyone that's not a Warhammer buff is crying in the corner.
It's also one of the reasons why
I'm not even a Warhammer buff. I've never played like actual Warhammer or done anything. The only thing I've done is listen to the All Guardsmen party.
I.
Why is there no damage?
It's
Rock
where-
grubs. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I asked if Moo could ship Z though, because I feel like I've seen those things before.
Oh
not hear you, sorry.
no.
It's alright. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, those. I'm glad Morwin's. We were very friendly with Morwin. I'm glad I fed her. Rats. Centipedes.
I think it was done.
Beetles.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
I'm not gonna lie, those beetles look delicious.
I was more concerned about the
Cool
rotten growth when I
avocado.
saw that.
Right?
Oh, it's so wonderful, friend.
I think that's why a lot of us ate bugs when we were kids, because of that fucking movie.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, chocolate crickets aren't bad.
I never had.
They're actually not bad.
Yeah.
Like, he's not wrong.
I figured as much because I don't take mine.
I like
nowhere.
I've had a couple of them, and like the ones that are like just spicy. I don't know what the actual flavor was. It just tastes like a lot of cumin and actual just peppers. But I had some that were very good.
Not gonna lie, you said cumin. I thought you said human. I'm like, Jeebus, are you alright?
So yeah, this the hag in front of you is now screaming as she's like, "What the? Ow! Ow! What the?" As you begin seeing these swarms of insects attempting to pile on and injure, and that one needs to go for him, which will be an advantage. Yeah.
Haley is just gonna murmur, well, I see why you call her an abomination.
Does that sound like Elliot going to murder?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Which is really funny. Well, I guarantee I'll probably get counterspelled, but this square that I highlighted earlier that Mormon's rats aren't in all need to make dex saves.
It's been an honor.
Oh, let's make it a lot easier for you guys to murder.
Well, that's a 19 and an 18 for the two on top.
Yeah.
Let's see, it was
It's a first level fairy fire. If either of them.
okay, so it would hit all four of those ogres, right?
It would hit all four of those ogres and hopefully those two hags as well.
Yeah, so the hags rolled a 19 and an 18. Oh, they didn't see it.
Oh, those are dexterity.
what-
I thought those were perceptions.
Oh yeah, she rolled a 10.
Ah.
What's the DC on that?
I totally know my DCs. Let me just fucking 16. So both the hags pass. One ogre passes. Did big guy have to roll?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
He's super shiny.
He's like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, so that's Morwin's turn.
So as you say that, Elliot, a little just like sort of cannon, little missile launcher pops out of Deckham's shoulder plate, aims in that direction, and right in the center just bursts with a little looks like yellow fireworks.
There's a kazoo sound. Except it's very quiet. It's huddled.
Yeah.
All right.
What a way today's been.
Yep. One of them turns to you. You call that a spell, you tin can?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that spell, you dumb bitch!
Wow.
At least mine was leveled. Oh my god. About to get fucking slapped.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Apart,
Towards Elliot, because he's there. The next one whips out a stick. Got that bless thing. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Yeah, as you watch this ray of greenish energy shoot out towards you.
Ellie's just kind of. Also, he had the dodge action too, so.
Okay, so it would have been a disadvantage. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I'm gonna roll one more time just to be sure it wasn't a nat one. Nope.
Elliot just kind of steps to the side a little bit. And he's just gonna add.
Come back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the. Welcome back to the shit show.
Welcome back, we're
Welcome
fucked.
back. It popped off.
Shit hit the proverbial fan, as they say.
Elliot's just gonna add, yes, well, I do know that there is a coven back in my homeland that is in good terms. I'm not inclined to give that courtesy here if we're gonna act this way.
Zimar, I need a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
He's a monk, he's got this. He's built right.
Close.
Yeah. You watch Zimar, like his ears for like the briefest moment begin to elongate before and turn white before they revert, and you see the one with like the missing eye. He's like, ah! Wretched.
I'm already a cat.
I told you we needed a cat. Shut up, Agnes. There's that one. Oh, yeah, they don't really have... They're fuggy.
That's when I know the DM has truly given up on me.
Actually, she doesn't entirely know what to do. So I'm gonna roll something to see what she does.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Agnes turns invisible.
Oh.
Which one was that? Because if it's the one that got fairy fired. Oh,
No, none of that.
We can still see her.
No, none of the hex got
We
it.
can see the
Oh,
ogre. It was the
okay.
ogre. It was the ogre.
oh okay, I
Yeah.
was wondering.
She was in the perfect spot, so we could still see the yellow dot.
Yeah, that was my fault.
That was both our faults.
Elliot.
I got excited too.
Well, bonus action, I'm going to cast my Divine Favor. Unless one of them want to counterspell that.
They're dealing with their own shit, let me check.
Okay, so,
Nah.
you know what?
Actually, yes. That would be a wise one for them to counterspell, actually, so yeah.
Okay, so I won't have that.
What level is it?
It's only for
Sorry,
some
buddy. I
spell.
don't have too many third level spells, and I want to use them to murder these idiots.
That's what I'm doing. I'm making them focus on me.
Yeah, I know, but there's still 3 other counter spells we have to get through, which I'm just gonna have to use Subtle Spell a lot, which everybody shits on until they get in this situation.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess the Agnes Hag will have an attack of opportunity. So going after the big thing.
Everyone starts talking shit till counterspell or subtle spell
Or
becomes
does
actually
she-
necessary.
Ooh,
Right?
that just hits his AC. Crap. Well, that is a lot of his health gone.
Need a con check. Or concentration.
You counterspelled him, so he doesn't need the...
Right. Sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm derping.
No worries.
No, you have 1,000 things to deal with.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ouch. Okay. There goes half my health.
Okay, Miser. We'll be at your funeral.
Let's hope.
Don't bring the pain, Elliot.
I will. Alright. So, that was my bonus action. Yeah, alright. So, I got advantage on the big guy since he's, thingamajig, right? So, here
Yes, you do.
is 1. I want to burn my inspiration for re-rolling that if possible. I feel like that's too low.
You hit.
Huh? Oh, it hits? Okay.
You're kind of like trying to swing around it because he's kind of flailing a little bit, and there's a house built on him, and then you're like, oh, here's a spot. Poop. Ow.
The Fairy Fire was for crit fishing, I'm not gonna lie.
I figured.
That hits.
Well,
Okay.
advantage fishing more than crit fishing at this point, Davis.
I'm also gonna burn a second level spell slot for Divine Smite just to bring this thing down. If I can. Wow, I actually rolled almost max.
So that's another 21.
Huh?
That's 21.
Yeah, 21 radiant. And you know what? If we're going to die, I'll burn a first level spell slot for a level 1 smite. Not as much as I hoped for, but
When you commit to the bit and the bit bites you back.
that's it for Elliot.
He's not looking good. There's a lot of blood. Some of his guts sticking out of holes.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
'Cause I'm pretty sure I can't reach the green hags that are using him as a house, so I'm gonna knock
Yeah,
him
they're
down.
like 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock the big guy down first and then go after them. Oh, there was more ogres here. Oof.
Yeah, the shiny one has to run. But that one doesn't. And he's an idiot. So let me check here.
And he's a dumbass.
Yeah.
Me every time I wake up in the morning.
As you watch him smack down on the hag with his club. We have Mama. Bad books.
Oh god.
Thank God that's not hitting us, because that's like pretty much my health bar.
That's the remaining bit of my health bar that I got left.
Okay. The other ogre is gonna try to help idiot ogre. He missed. And that ogre finally... Oh! Pain is now gone. but he's still fucked. Because he is covered in rats. Kyle!
Ah, yes. It is time.
Kyle, could you be a dear and take care of this one? I need to line something up.
Yeah, got it. I'm gonna burn my one inspiration, and she's gonna pull out the knife from the holster. If you want this knife so badly, why don't I just give it to you? And it's gonna be at advantage. So well, actually, technically, it's at advantage. I do get sneak attack as well, so.
It's advantage in sneak attack, and they are flanked. On all sides.
That's a oh, is that a crit? Oh.
Uh-oh.
So it's just a 51, Boogle.
Oh god, you're within 5 feet of me now.
Oh, shit.
There shouldn't be a +8, because I guess it just rolls because it's a crit. It does though.
Yeah. But still,
I have to read.
Use that knife within 5 feet of me. I know what's about to happen.
No, it's fine. I crit, so it should kill her.
I mean, there's also the rot grubs there, and
I love how this... We, like, started so bad, and now it's slowly turning the other way.
I need, 4d12?
Bad.
How many?
4.
How many? 4?
4d12.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
You just hit the size of 4 great axes or a level 18 barbarian that crit 1 time.
Alright, I'd like to... What happens, Moogle?
Let me see how much damage this is before I tell you.
That's reassuring when the DM says that and pulls out a fucking calculator.
There's reasons.
He's pulling out a pie chart. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's made a parabola of this point of how the damage rolls.
Bar graph.
there's a part where it always questions, like, are we players really good guys, or,
I'm not gonna lie. my
No,
mic
not in
did
this
pick me-
situation.
My mic did not pick me up clapping. As,
No,
yeah, for some reason, Kyle, you do this, and you flick the knife up, and as she's kind of flailing trying to do these, you feel your hand drawn forward at just the right moment as you jam it into literally her throat, and as she turns, it cuts it. And there's this look on her face as she stares at you with these horrible, fucked up eyes before she just flops over, and as per the situation, you begin watching a pile of rot grubs pour out of her.
Kyle, just
Does that make an
Kyle!
extra pile of rot grubs? If the
Well, no,
character
she was
dies?
full. She'd already been filled.
Oh.
She already had rot grubs, and if you were dropped to 0... here, let me reiterate it for you.
So, so Kyle just looked at Deckham, taken care of, and just puts the knife back.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah. and I mean, even the ogres are a little bit mortified at like how quick this is. As this blackened blood kind of spills out, and as per usual, you pull the knife away, and even this blackened blood is gone within a moment. Like it just seems to drip off. Or
Before I put it away, is there another notch in the blade?
yes, there's another notch in the handle.
I have the perfect amount of sorcery points.
Good job, team. We're doing well. I just one-rounded something that probably shouldn't have been one-rounded.
We had help,
True.
but also you're like a fucking barbarian with sneak attack.
It's funny, too, because I always crit or hit really well with this fucking knife, and I hate that I do.
well, this turned into a fiasco, but
Wait,
We're
did I
doing all-
miscalculate the damage?
What's up? But yeah, that's my turn. I can't
Oh,
find you, but-
actually, reality is you actually took her head clean off. Because the 4d12 times 2. Because the crit.
Times. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah. I forgot I crit. I now understand why I did 72 72 or. Trying to do math.
Okay,
Yeah,
without the crit for the base damage, you did 79 hit points of damage. This thing only had 75.
So I killed the crit's just extra at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Anything
know.
else, Kyle?
You might want to go ahead, Elliot.
Probably.
Yeah,
Hold on,
we're-
because I was. All right. That was.
Just don't get in my way.
No problem. As Kyle's again, just kind of pocketing the deck again. I love how the talk though was about the hags. Like, that's my turn, by the way, Bogo. There was talk of, yeah, we don't want to deal with the hags. Immediately rolls a 1. Guess we're dealing with the hags.
Yeah. Yeah. That's our lot in life.
No, it's just funny. That's what you call dramatic irony.
Hello. It's good to meet you, sir.
Uh-oh.
Would you like to talk about your situation with me?
Mama?
Let's just get this out to 100 feet.
Mama, Steve.
Your
Wait,
mama
Cindy
sleeps
Man,
very
straight.
good. Would you like to see mama in sleep? Okay. Now look at me.
Okay.
His face fucking opens. So, since I'm still within 60 feet of dumbasses 1, 2, 3, and 4, subtle spell will cost 2 sorcery points. Cogs, new circuits, old cogs costs 3 sorcery points. I have 5 left.
Uh-oh.
I mean, if you really want to settle it.
I don't want them to counterspell this.
Oh, good reason.
I mean, if you want. I mean, if you want them to
Alright, so
counterspell.
I need DC. Okay, I lost my line. The line was there to help you.
I'll help.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. The way I do it hit Elliot, probably this way. Actually, yeah. If we can do that, that'd be easier. DC 16 Dex saving throws from all of them. And I need to roll because I'm changing the damage dice from D6s to D8s. Slash R 8D8.
What a combat this slowly
Wow.
devolved to.
Rolled like ass.
It's okay, Jeebus.
Actually, it's kind of average.
Yeah.
It's slightly
Yeah.
below average.
Slightly below average.
Okay, so that's for the first 2. I don't think those pass, do they?
No,
16.
those two don't pass. It's DC 16.
I will say this, the irony of it is that he rolled literally double the numbers. 2 1s, 2 4s, 2 3s, 2 8s.
Yeah.
That's
sounds
actually
like something
great.
I would roll. So I'm trying to hit at least 2 of the ogres, but I'm mainly trying to hit as many hags as possible, so I'm trying to hit these 2 at least. And obviously the gigantic dumbass they're standing on.
You're welcome. For me softening him up for you.
So, like, I picture this as he like leans down to roar at you, then you just see this beam, and then there's no head anymore.
Oh my god.
Nothing passed.
Jeebus, what happened? They finally
no.
fucked up.
The house's luck has returned to me.
You say that, then you're just gonna roll in
all
that
I
one.
had to do was purge my bad luck streak. You know.
Yeah, all you had to do was roll a 1 to fuck us.
Yeah, Jason, you missed it. In one of our first like actual adventure arcs, it was. Have you ever watched Kill la Kill?
No.
It's a very good anime.
but there's this house filled with pretty much just murderous, very rich family, and we had to sneak in. Everything passed every save I threw at it.
They had a 0 modifier. They had a 0 modifier.
0 modifiers. This Moogle rolled like fire against me.
I felt so bad.
It was funny to
there's
watch.
It's funny, and I knew this would happen. You all know my luck. I don't get bad with luck. Sorry, Orwin. You got in the way.
Zappy,
I think
zap.
she's willing to. I think she's willing to take acceptable damage.
Heck, I'm just gonna holler out, Zidma, this one could use a bit more.
Well, I was thinking about going for the hags.
Yeah, that might be better.
If that's
I don't do
turn.
spells.
Neither do I. I just
I'm
managed
going to use my bonus action to kite this idiot 10 feet. Let's just go straight back. No opportunity attack.
Oh, okay.
Temporish magic, whatever the fuck. Tempestuous. Dyslexia is bad, guys.
Yeah.
tempestuous or
Tempestuous?
Tempestuous.
That's
That's just a
that
made-up
just
word.
sounds like a mouthful.
That's,
Yeah,
that's just a fucking made-up word.
that's a Gygaxism right there if I've ever seen one.
Just call it Tempest Magic, period.
Yeah.
So,
Well, no, that's the problem is the
see
Tempest
this a lot
Cleric
lately.
exists.
Is Deckham just gets a jet coming out of like the core, and he just moves back 10 feet.
All right.
Slides through the muck. There's just 2 lines from his legs.
Oh,
I can't.
Oh, I need that.
He's just gonna holler out, "Sorry, Bowen!"
I kind of feel like when the way Deckham
One
does this.
Green hag failed. The other one passed. Still half damage.
Oh yeah,
Are they
no.
all rolling? Oh, they're falling.
Yeah, this isn't for saves. This is for them falling. Because big boy goes boom.
Oh wait, I'm close to them too, aren't I?
I can't help you there, buddy.
I know.
What the fuck are half of these spells? Actually, I know what one of these is, and I hate that Kyle has it.
It might be OP. Not gonna lie.
You may want to rework
Yeah.
some of these.
Should have stepped
Like-
on the exact opposite side of the
It's
fence.
also based on the probability and odds of you actually successfully rolling it, so.
I guess.
I'm gonna use haste. What other powerful spells do I have?
Anyway,
It's only-
Zamar, it's your turn.
I could use. I'm not muted.
Jason?
Yeah, sorry, I was just setting a timer. I am going to go towards this hag. I'm assuming they fell down from this thing.
Okay. One of them stood up, or stayed up. That's that
Okay.
one in front of you.
Yeah.
The other 2 are on their asses.
These 2 are prone, which,
Gotcha.
if you wish, you can just run up to one of them and get advantage. And
Where was I? Yeah, I could just see that.
there we
We're
go.
gonna move up to the one that is prone. You told me it was here. Where's the advantage button?
There should be a toggle.
Next to normal.
Oh, advantage, normal. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you just look at it.
Roll. Paunch,
That hit.
and then paunch again,
Also hits.
and then. Dude, it's been like a month since I played this character. Holy shit.
So you could
You
use
wanna-
flurry of blows, and you could use
Yeah.
You could use your open palm bullshit, and also stunning strike if you want.
I think I want to. Well, she's. So how does saves work if they're prone?
Depends on the save.
If it's stunning strike, that's usually a Constitution one. They still get their normal save, but if it's something that requires dexterity and they're prone, I believe they're at disadvantage on that. I'll look this up quickly.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it. The target must succeed a Constitution save throw, or be stunned until the end of next turn. I'll just use Flurry of Blows for now. Spend the key point. I'm sorry.
Unnecessary.
I think that's it, right? Yep, I just went up to him and punched the shit out of him. So just back to normal.
She's really not looking good. You know, she was one of the prettier ones. Now she isn't.
Damn, I can't believe she got her nose fucked up.
Some teeth came out. Boom.
You all watch as the swarm emerge out of this dead body.
Sorry.
It's quite alright here. Just make sure you have more of the eggs.
Also, I hope the knife didn't hit anything vital, you know, when it points at her.
If this man smooshes me, I won't have any eggs.
Oh, that was a reaction.
Another fancy egg dish.
Oh, shit.
What's the one, I mean, chicken corn and blue has, no, I'm trying to think of, like,
No.
generally.
There's a
corn
lot
blue
of
is-
fancy dishes with eggs in them, but not just egg-based. The fanciest one I can think of is eggs Benedict. I could do some, I should just do poached or something.
I think she's referring to something else with eggs.
I don't need to know about her eggs. I think I'm fine without that.
Did she just turn her into a zombie?
Yeah, this. I don't know. I guess the bite would be in there because the head's missing. So let me just roll that claw again.
I don't love this. This woman is helping us, but goddamn, let's never fight her.
I
She-
did nothing but nice to her.
I'm glad we
Yeah.
have been.
This horrible, like torn apart, now wriggling with what you can imagine are rot gloves or something inside of it. Corpse with no head stands up and pretty much just kind of tears this thing in half lengthwise. Or this ogre in half lengthwise.
No, in a way, I probably should have asked them what the knife was before I buried them profusely, but man. Hindsight.
What do I want to do? That seems too easy.
Ah, yes, because this whole scenario was just a super easy from the get-go.
Yeah. Oh, the rats would have disappeared. Let's see, is that a single? Yes, that's a single. She literally moves up to this one. Yep, it makes con save. Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
With the image that you're used to seeing with her, she just walks up to this glowing one who is just, dazed, and has watched, Mama get up and tear something or his brother apart. And she just walks up, puts her hand right onto his forehead, and the flesh just putrefies off of the bones before the whole thing just collapses.
I understand that. Don't fuck with
And
her.
she's smiling, kind of giggling, you're pretty sure.
You guys should have joined the knitting club.
I'm actually inclined to agree.
You hear in the distance. When you say that, you hear in the distance. I thought it was a good idea. Oh shit!
There's like a handcuff running away.
They didn't
Yeah,
like
but-
you anyway.
Tell your friend he's very pretty and a very pretty boy.
He's a good kitty.
Pretty much.
Seems like you have a fan,
Just
Zamar.
remember, this cat has claws.
Wasn't built to be a house cat.
I wasn't potty trained.
Look,
Okay,
I don't even have a house.
Who are a little bit freaked out.
Nah, they're doing fine. Just walk
Your
it off.
fucking mistake. Now you live with the consequences for as long as you can.
Hmm.
They decide to fight us. Don't be upset when we actually can punch back.
Yeah.
This is the most emotional distress I've ever been in a D&D campaign.
It's funny because it flipped. It like went from horrible to oh fuck, we just killed mostly everything. We're fine.
I mean, you taking out the Anna's hag in literally one hit saved this combat for us.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I mean,
God
I'll put
bless.
it this way, the Anna's Hag is basically just a freaking barbarian.
yeah, just one of her claws dropped Elliot well below half his health.
Yeah, Mizo asked, like, which one's more powerful, Annis or Knight? I was like, magically Knight, physically Annis.
Yeah, 'cause I keep forgetting which ones were the how they were set up. So I'm like, 'cause I hate hags. It's both player and characters.
Which is why I hate to say this, Miser. I need a wisdom save.
Okay. They are still cursed. Okay. What's the DC of the?
No.
You just counterspell her. That's great, actually.
Elliot, you watch as she kind of the one that's standing like turns and is like, "I will see you weak for now," and all of a sudden she like reaches out and she touches your armor, and in that same instant you see that that dark energy start to form across her, and then just poof.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
right on her
like,
face.
There's this little, like, residual lightning shock that, like, goes across her hand into your armor and just takes the spell with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Elliot.
you just kind of see that like little thing of like, "Oh, I done goofed."
Yeah.
Oops, did you just try to cast a spell? Make fun of me for my magic.
The one on
Elliot,
the
I
ground.
want that one's head.
Which
One on
one?
the ground to Zinmar. I need a wisdom save.
You have a +3 to your
Saving
wisdom save because Elliot's right next to you. So
God bless Auras.
Jason.
I just say
Sorry,
April
what?
Paladins.
I need a wisdom save, please.
yeah, and
Not
you got
wise enough for that.
you have +3 to your wisdom saving throw because you're right next to me. So that'll be a 13.
Which just passes, if I remember right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Meets
think they have a 12.
the one on the ground who is like beaten and bruised is like, oh, that didn't work. Shit.
Elliot is just gonna look at both of them. He's gonna have this very disturbing smile of anger on his face, and there's the fangs. And he's just gonna add, "You really should have negotiated and walked away."
So now, Who, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Like my one-liner.
I will throw that in with a 4. We will see who gets hit.
Hi.
Oh, she done. No! She done goofed. She done goofed as you watch the other one that's prone looks at Morrowind.
Oh.
Why? Just fucking why? That woman's already taken billions of psychic damage.
Yeah, she like her, the one that's down like goes and she's like, I damn what your darkness is, and all of a sudden, Morrowind, who was staring at this, corpse that just this body that is rotting away into this black goo, rotten goo. All of a sudden, her head, we just hear that bone crackling snap, and she like turns and stares right at the head, and is like, and you hear this, her voice, her mouth doesn't move as you hear this voice from Morrowind. There's nothing I haven't seen that you can do to me.
I'll go over to Moore and say, do you want that one?
You get you don't have to roll an insight. You tell that, that one's suffering tonight. Elliot, it's your turn.
Yeah, no, Elliott's making sure he doesn't kill Stealer, so... Starting with the one... Which was the one that tried to curse him? This one?
Yep.
Yeah, the southern one, the one that's actually standing.
Okay, yep, so, Elliot's gonna burn that inspiration, because he made it very clear she should have taken the, offer. So... There's one at advantage, and Ellie's feeling a little bit sadistic inside of him, so I'm going to burn a second level spell slot for the second level Divine Smite. And then here is the next attack. Does a 15.
So weird.
Does a 15 hit?
15 misses, I'm afraid. But just a moment, let me do some math. 22, 33. Okay.
I mean, unless she's an undead or a fiend, it won't do the extra 6 damage.
No, right. So that's 37?
23. No, it should
sorry.
be 27.
27. Brain dumb.
Yeah, no worries.
She not looking good.
Alright, then you know what? Bonus action, I'm going to activate the Shield of Fate from my sword.
Okay.
Just to have the extra AC, just in case, I'm just remembering that we still got 2 ogres here that could come around and slap me in the face with it. So I need a little bit more AC. That's it for Elliot.
Alright. Let's see. I need to roll something. This one is here, moves, and picks this hag up to a standing position. Whereas this one
Boy.
You know, I think it was one of the smarter ones.
Kale.
I want to chase him down.
So you have one chance. What's so fun about the knife before she's about to stab this woman down? Looks at the hag, not the eye.
The 3 of them are not dead yet, but they're gonna be.
Yeah.
She kind of looks at you. Let me tell you. Just let me go. Just tell me. I'll tell you all about it.
What are the odds that she's not just gonna run away and come back to kill us?
Never tell me the odds.
You would have had to do that during downtime, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's only downtime. Sorry, my bad. I always forget this is the downtime thing.
But you can roll an insight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Oh, 20.
Oh yeah, she'd totally fuck you over.
You know, if only I believed that.
I mean, you also can tell that she might know, but...
Yeah, the problem is if she lives, she could fuck us up, and that's the...
Yeah. Good question.
Elliot's just gonna add, if you don't mind. Elliot would say, "It's fine, Kyle. You can agree to this."
Good point. I'm not gonna kill you, she says. That's what I agreed on.
You just hear from 60 feet away the wind up.
But, since I still have some movement, that doesn't mean I have to let others. It's gonna be an advantage. With her, where is it? The knife. I think this is the white one. Yes. 21.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's this one who's on the ground.
Did I roll like an intimidation then after that to see if she does die?
Sure.
Like persuasion.
But you're going for the one on the ground?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
basically I'm trying to send a message kind of thing. Alright, I gotta turn it off. Oh my god. Like, you see, Elliot, this is probably the first time, Kyle kind of has, like, her teeth bared a little bit, almost fang-like. Damn.
Right. I can see you're a woman of business, yes. That's a very good deal.
Alright, that's my turn.
As you hear the one on the ground. Are you kidding me, Johnny? Let's see how this works. Yeah.
Rushing hug.
Oh no!
Yeah, as you watch this, this animated headless thing just shambles over, like claws at him to spin him around, and then just missing that, just glomps around his shoulders, and like those horrible little stress reliever toys, his eyes pop out before, the rest of him.
Elliot's looking
That should have
all
been on Morrowind's turn. Anyway, Declan, it's your turn.
Alright,
I'm
so,
back. The cat was eating a sheet of paper.
sounds like your cat's. Was it Pixel?
What was Pepper?
Yeah, of course it was Pepper. So as like this entire conversation has been going on, the lights on Deckham have turned red, and he begins to make his way up to Morrowind. In that time, she hears a lot of whirring and clicking as he switches a second level spell slot into sorcery points, and then he immediately looks at her. Darling. Yeah, and he's going to just kind of open up a compartment and hand her an egg. It's just a raw egg.
It's the only hard-boiled. It's the hard-boiled egg he made while boiling the thunderbolt.
And the second she takes it, a strange blast that you guys haven't seen shows up in a 10-foot area around here, covering all of you as well.
Oh no.
But it doesn't hurt.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's cast Wither and Bloom.
Oh, I love this spell.
And Elliot, you can use one of your unspent hit die to regain that much HP.
and the rest of them need to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait.
It doesn't have a save on it. Con save DC 16.
Regains the number of hit points. Okay.
Oof.
So it does it for the spell itself, Miser. You don't roll a hit die.
Oh, okay.
Fail, pass, fail.
You just burn the hit die. You just burn the heal.
Yeah, you burn the hit die. You gain max HP, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, equal to the roll plus my spellcasting modifier. So you roll a 1. My spellcasting modifier is 5, so you gain 6 HP
8.
back.
Oh wait, yeah.
6. Okay. So
6.
yeah.
Since you rolled a 1, my spellcasting mod is 5.
All right. So that's 8. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so I have 1 sorcery point left because burning a 2nd level spell slot gives me 3. I use 2 to use subtle spell and a 2nd level spell. Yeah, I did it right. It's a lot of math, sorcerer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Movement, action bonus, I am done.
Zamar.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
We soften up one of them for you too, so see if you can get a double.
I can reach this one back here. I can step of the wind and get to this fucker back here.
You can if you want to.
So make sure to knock this one out if you can.
So I'd have to step of the wind because I want to try to stunning strike her.
So you can use the attack action. She can't have that much HP left. I still did 7 to her. Or at least 3. And we've been knocking the fuck out of her.
Let me read step of the
Oh,
wind.
She definitely looks like she's hanging on by a thread.
So if you use 1 attack, you step in the wind, move over to him, you still have...
If you want to step of the wind, roll me. I'll do this. Roll me a d20 as you do so. Actually, roll me 2 d20.
I mean,
normally
she's prone, and melee attacks can't do that much. Greens are very much spellcasters.
So if you're gonna step of the wind to catch up with that other ogre, literally you just step on her throat, crush it, and
No! HP when I hit her, didn't she?
and 1 hit point.
He ran over her.
She had fucking 4. Damn it. The only one that passed that I could have killed.
Oh, she had 8. They don't
Oh.
have resistance. At least not greens.
I thought she was the one that rolled the 22.
No, that's the one who was standing up, like trying to bargain for her life right now.
Oh. That's the one I want to murder. So you guys gotta pick that one and convince me.
Anyway, so
I ain't
step
not
to the
gonna
wind.
convince you.
What do you do?
He wants to cut them down too now.
Okay, and now I'm behind this guy, and I think I can just punch him, or I can move and attack. or do I
Yeah,
have
so
to-
you have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
You just used your bonus action.
Uh,
So you can stunning strike on both. If you have the key points for it, at least.
I do have the key points. So. So stop. I'm just reading, hold on.
Yeah.
Seen a Constitution save.
I had to do a lot of reading last week, so that's why I tried to memorize it.
So spending a key point to do a stunning strike.
So he rolls a con save DC 8 plus
think it's
proficiency plus your wisdom.
I think it's 13. What's the save?
Proficiency come up yet? It did. Is your wisdom only a +2?
Yes. Is that 14?
Okay, yeah, so it is. So, yeah, DC 13. Ooh, I gotta say, this was still a really fun combat. I just really hope we don't run into another bad one, because I have, like, fucking nothing left. My control caster turns into a blaster real quick.
We're all very DPS, not tanks.
Well, that's the thing. Jacob's not really built to blast. He's built to help the party and control, but all of these things are either resistant or fucking stupid. Literally too stupid for me to control.
To be fair, though, like, one roll from me basically turned the tide of this whole fight.
Absolutely.
It did.
If I don't crit that, I think we're getting food.
If you didn't get that, I was gonna take an AOO to still do what I did. Like, that
Yeah.
That Anna's tag was probably gonna take at least half of me away.
Would have taken, like, most of me away.
Fair enough.
Is he gonna roll a save, or do you want me to fight attack again?
Oh, did you pop Stunning Strike?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's stunned. He's stunning strike.
Oh, I was expecting you to pop it for me so I could see what it
Oh,
was.
my bad.
Yeah.
Let me
What's the
grab
DC on it? It's a con save or the strength?
It's a con. He
Barely
just
passes.
passed. So you can hit him again and stun him again.
Yep.
You hit him
Right,
in the
yeah.
brain part.
I think that did.
That hits.
Yeah. So he can stun him again.
Spending another key point. Stunning strike.
Stunning strike only takes one key, and that's fucking insane.
Well, it's because con saves later in the game are literally so easy to come by that it actually
Yeah.
inefficient. Like, everything has
I
super
mean,
high
it's
con.
either it's con and strength that really get buffed near later game.
Yeah.
That's fail.
Please tell me he just fucking eats shit as he's running.
I do that thing where, like, I kick his leg into his other leg, and he's just like,
Oh god, you hit him right in the
That would be
knee.
a trip. No, you see an opening as he runs, and right in between, you split the difference, and you see the arm go down, and
Please tell me it was the tail, so Sinbar just did a backflip and slapped him right in the grundle with his tail.
it's like that horrible.
Iron rings. Oh.
It's like that horrible rope scene with James Bond. Yeah, it's just.
Oh god.
Oh.
Please tell me that bear has been turned into a gif. I gotta find it.
It was. I think it did.
I don't know why my brain just thought of the Austin Powers, like, pulling out of a parking lot kind of thing. It's not even relevant, but it's that. Like, they're stuck and just pulling out for like 5 minutes. That's what this combat felt like when it turned. It's like, we will just try to get out of it.
Please tell me this will copyright.
Oh boy.
Copy correctly, not copyright.
Oh yeah, he's in a bad place. Anything else, Sinmar? I think you still
I
get one
did
more
a second.
attack.
oh, do I? Thought
You get a bonus.
Oh, true.
No, you Step of the Wind. That is his bonus.
Is it?
Or- yeah, Step of the Wind
So
is-
feline agility, is it?
Yeah, it is.
So feline agility is your reflexes. Here it is. Double your speed until the end of the turn. I have to stay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, if you use feline agility, that's different. That doesn't cuff anything.
Yeah, that's just
Well,
no.
I said step of the wind, but that's what I meant. I meant feline agility.
Oh, so you just get the zoomies?
Right. Until I don't get it back until I've moved. I have to move 0.
Until you just, so you just stand
Gotta
still
calm
for
down.
6 fucking seconds, and that's so dumb.
You stand still, take a breath, and go cheetah mode again.
Literally, I
works.
think the best
Wait,
racial
so-
in the game.
Well, and then the other thing is like, where is it at? At claws, you can do climbing up to 20 feet
Yeah.
as well.
Actually- I guess, like, technically,
I think we all just do climbing up to movement speed.
yeah. That's usually
At
how
least
it
that's
works.
what I do for Callisti.
Yeah,
Also,
It's easier to calculate. Just like, dude, you fucking
Listen,
I don't care.
if this guy, hold on, where's he at? If the big guy that was holding the hags didn't die by the time it was my turn, I was going to climb up there and pull one of those hags off.
Sorry,
Also,
buddy, we
Steven.
nuked him.
I'd like to point out, I think Aarakocra technically has a better racial just because fly at level 1 is disgustingly absurd.
Yeah. I don't know.
It can split either way, but I could split the
Movement
difference.
speed is key.
Well, that's the thing though. Nothing at level 1 is going to be able to hit that fucking high.
Any person that owns a bow and arrow.
not every bandit has a bow, which is kind of funny. I think
Also,
regular.
short bows. Alright, but either way, we can talk
Yeah.
about this later.
And that will be my turn.
I place one card in defense mode, and then my turn.
Wait, so why did she use feline agility?
I was
Just
too
to-
far away.
Yeah,
Oh,
just to
okay.
run up and punch him
I
so he
missed
couldn't
that
get
part.
away. Yeah.
I was too far away, so I had to use feline agility. And
I was
get
looking
there.
for a bear hitting, but not skiff.
Oh, I know exactly what GIF it is. Hold on.
No, it's in CSRs. There's been 3 posts already.
Hold on, I'm gonna look.
Immediately, and there's a 4th one now.
Oh, old man, I forget his name.
Well, man.
Bullman, yeah.
No, that's not the one.
The
Hold on.
Underminer. Oh, Simpsons. I don't watch it. I haven't watched The Simpsons, so I have no.
Goddamn. That's
Oh, they'll say. Yeah, I don't know, but there are a lot of things in The Simpsons I definitely fucking remember.
I think I found it.
I didn't really watch
What's
it as a
Warwick
child.
doing?
It doesn't work.
Oh yeah, Discord's been really weird with like
How do I
links
copy
nowadays.
a GIF?
So you copy the link address. Wow, that turned out dumb, but I've seen this bear fight too.
That's what I was thinking about.
The cat, mean.
The kick is what gets
Punch.
me every time. The friggin'
Please.
turnaround back kick.
Please tell me that's like an actor bear too, so that's
It
like
is.
all. Okay,
That's
that's
not
what
a
I
real
thought.
bear.
It's not a real bear.
Fuck you, bears can kick.
He's gonna fucking go box a bear. Essentially, the one that knows how boxing techniques.
That's called quitter talk, Jeebus. Just go box the bear.
God, that kills me. Man. Please tell me it's an actor, but no,
I'm not
it's a real
saying
bear.
for it. Or poop.
Okay. Alright, I guess it's Warwick's turn.
Please stop our shenanigans.
I'm having way too much fun. This combat seriously went from I'm gonna shit my pants to
Oh no.
these people are gonna shit a brick. Speaking of which, I think she's gonna become a brick.
The problem is
Blood.
we left one alive to tell the story.
Only one
No, one of them
survived.
ran away because they cast invisibility, and
Yeah,
the
no,
other
that's
one
what I
were
said. You left one alive.
As you watch her Misty stuff.
Goodbye. Wish I could do that.
Oh yeah, there it is. And then we're gonna see if they can fight that.
Please tell me she just turns into a shit ton of bugs and just appears over there.
just
Yeah,
as
pretty
wrong
much how
fucking-
that's how it is. Like you just kind of see her for a moment, and then it's just like a swarm of flies, and then it just they super speed over and just reaccolate.
Is there 3 flies carrying a raw egg?
Oh, I forgot about that. Right before she did that, she just like you hear the snapping of her neck as she looks up at you with the same twisted smile. Oh, darling, you treat me so well. And then she eats it, and then
That's what I
She
figured.
just eats the raw egg.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally what I figured would happen.
Yeah.
We've been in love before until now.
and I need to roll.
Completely off topic, but I started giving out my dogs the eggshells that I use because apparently it's very good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You just have to make sure you like kind of boil them for a little bit, but to be honest, my dogs are healthy enough. If I can eat it, they can.
Like popcorn.
My fucking dog loves popcorn. Luna goes nuts whenever I actually like make it.
I'm surprised she doesn't have true polymorph and only has regular, unless she's holding back, which also wouldn't surprise me.
Her DC's 19, she's holding that back.
She's torturing them,
Where
that's
were we?
all.
I don't have an icon for it. As you watch
What
her
animal?
rabbit.
I
Oh.
don't have a rabbit. but I'm almost positive you can look it up in the images.
Yeah, I could. But anyway, you watch as she does that Misty Step and flies, which is a skill or an ability, not a spell for her. Because Faye touched.
I kind of wanted to take that for Declan, but there's no way that would make sense.
Unless Kay put in like an addition. That's the only way I could really.
Kay's mentor was a gnome, so that's kind of how I was gonna flavor it. But
yeah, you watch as she like does that. She she peers behind her. The hag turns to do something. Morwen reaches out, grabs her by the throat, and in the same thing as you watch the spell cast, she's standing there holding this rabbit by the throat, just smiling at it.
Now, Kyle, before this one does anything stupid, I want its fucking head.
I think none of us have the choice at the moment, as the guy knows the big Agus.
Moogle, I'm so sorry, but you did the Anisheg's turn on its turn.
Oh, you are right. Thank you, Deckham. I love you.
So what the rules were, but still.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Every little help.
Yeah.
All right, so
We all need it, don't worry.
there is one person left.
And I did ask her a question, so she can make her choice.
Yes, I perfectly well to tell you. Right. That one belongs to the Dread. As you watch, as she begins to say the word dread, you watch as suddenly her neck kind of snaps to the side as you see what seems to be the imprints of a skeletal hand around her throat. And you see her struggling to fight it back, and let me see how focused she is.
The dread dies. Wow.
That was completely out of turn order, but there's still Deckham just on his fucking way.
Yeah.
It's a slow, methodic, just...
Yeah, Morwen turns and sees this happening to this one, and she's like, oh, like he really let you say his full name to anybody.
Kyle slowly turns to her.
Morwen doesn't remember. But she might not be able to say it out loud.
Yeah, as you watch Morwen with one of her nasty, broken fingernails, she's just running it, up and down the belly of this rabbit. And you see it just kind of squirming, and, you can see the panic in this thing, oh no.
Morwen, darling, I know an excellent rabbit stew, and I have plenty of potatoes and carrots.
Well,
What is she turned back in and ruin it? No, this is my part.
well, Elliot, I made a promise, and I'll hold to it. You don't have to. Looks at him.
So, is she still alive, or did she, or that skeleton?
She's already, you see she's scrabbling, and her eyes are starting to kind of do that bulging strangulation thing. Yeah, her throat is, you literally can see each knuckle bone in this black bruising starting to form around her trachea and throat. So I'm gonna put it as she's under the effects of hold person, so incapacitated.
Okay. I'm
One
gonna
person
go
is constricted, or it's not incapacitated, it's
restrained.
weird. Yeah, it's restrained,
But,
actually.
Elliot is going to go over to Deckham. I believe you said you had something to say to this one.
He's on BRB.
Oh,
I'll put it this way: it's like hold person, but this one's definitely restrained. So
okay. But Elliot did
You
her
have advantage,
Deckham.
kill that thing.
So he's going to hold the action, holding the blade toward the the hag, and he's just gonna say, "That's right. She agrees not to kill you, but I didn't agree to it. You should have taken the offer. But first, I
She's getting
believe-
strangled.
yeah. No, don't worry. The blade's very close to her throat, but he's gonna look over to Deckham and then look back at her. But I believe my esteemed gentleman friend would like to have a word with you."
She can talk.
So,
Zamar, why don't you go ahead and roll me the damage?
Oh, sure.
but yeah, the trigger.
He's dead.
He just obliterated.
just puts the X over. Doesn't even say anything. Just puts the X
But
over.
I was gonna
I'm
say.
pretty sure he had like no hit points left after getting lightning bolted to the ass.
He had half. He was actually full before Zimar. Zimar, yeah, fucked him up pretty hard.
I was just gonna say my trigger action for.
This.
Hey, Jeeb, Deckham, I saved you this one.
Oh,
As-
thank you, whoever turned that back to the right thing.
I got you.
Yeah.
No worries.
You basically see. So Deckham does see that Elliot has the sword to the hag's throat, but he is not taking any swings, and he did call you over and just said to the hag, "I believe my esteemed gentleman friend here has a few words for you."
Without a word, you all hear the drill fire up. Probably won't even kill her, but still. As he just jams it into her spine.
No, it right now is an amount of time where it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much he just jams into her spine and leaves it in there. Never make poke fun at Mistress K's handiwork.
It's kind of weird because it's almost like she's being held up by this unseen hand for a few moments before, as you pull the drill out, before it just lets go.
God, I just thought of the one trailer for Bioshock where it
Like
goes-
you've seen Deckham this like blood red one other time, and that's when he was like forcing himself through the electric wall, and that was the only other time you've seen this shade of red.
All right. You all, Morrowind kind of just wanders off as she's holding this rabbit, and after a good 20 minutes of screaming, both rabbit and another hour of screaming if you guys are really taking a break.
I'm pretty sure it's
Heck.
yes.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible to listen to. And then there's a lot of things said that, wouldn't be said in polite company to anybody.
I mean, I may be programmed to be a gentleman, but having no human quorums with noises things make, Deckham just kind of wanders up and just doesn't help, but stands next to Morwen as she does this.
It's... roll me a wisdom save.
Elliot's gonna
Okay.
take a seat and just wait at
Oh,
a
I
distance.
Chase this big
18.
bastard down.
Deckham, you stand by and watch. It doesn't start affecting you at first. Not the first 10 minutes, not the first... while she's torturing a rabbit. peeling its skin off slowly, doing all kinds of horrible things, casting healing spells to keep it going. When she first turns back into a hag after taking too much damage, it doesn't really hit you much. It's just another person, it's just another enemy. But eventually, you realize that in your mind, you feel like if you could breathe, you'd be holding your breath suddenly because you're not seeing her. You're seeing the mangled bodies in the basement of the Crossed Manor that all look like Mistress K. You start seeing other bodies you've never seen, at least that you can't remember. Dragonborn, gnomes, elves, humans, tabaxi, you name it. Fields of them, broken, cut, shattered, other warforged, broken into pieces, battlefields covered in maggots feasting on the shattered remains of countless bodies.
So as this is happening, the lights that you've seen continue to be the blood red for a while, but then turn to a blue and a purple. Then at the very end, a green. Recognizing the... And then finally just a straight white light, as you guys have never seen, and Deckham himself really hasn't ever experienced. He's gonna look up at Morwen. Is this wrong?
She looks up at you, smiling. And in that last instant, she's holding the head of this hag whose chest is open, beating furiously. There's fluids. The hag is gasping, kind of reaching towards you, almost hoping, even in its black heart, you will help her. Before she just slowly starts driving her fingers into the temples as these clawed, gnarled fingers, as the hag's eyes begin to roll back and the body begins to convulse. And then Mormon just stares at you. Yeah. Probably. I don't really know anymore.
He was an enemy, but yet I feel that this is extreme. I'm getting images like I should feel something bad. All of the Elliot and Kyle, as you guys are kind of in range, you kind of just it's like if somebody's looking at you, but you just know that that's just how Deckham's sensors work. Sorry, I'm trying to turn on my gain. My gain is at minimum.
No, you're fine.
I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's the problem. Whenever I talk loudly enough, I'm just watching the OBS just go bright red.
Yeah.
Clipping's not good.
Exactly. So that's why I'm trying to figure out a good space for my mic, even though it's at literally minimum gain.
You might have to reduce it
In
system.
OBS.
And
Yeah.
OBS.
Yeah, I'll. Jason and I have the same mic. I'll ask him later. But yeah, so that's
Presser.
all three of you, if Zenmar has come back to where everybody else is, like just kind of feel eyes, even though Deckham's not looking at you, but you all know he has sensors all around himself, kind of looking for confirmation
You all know emotions are very new to him. As he's just like, his head is still watching what's happening, but he's hoping somebody says something to confirm.
Yes, what she is doing is wrong. At least by the civilized standards. But, as you said,
Bluntly, it's what the same thing they did to me. Just torturing people for fun because they find it amusing.
or like the sisters at the island of Cicero, what they did to the parents of the children that they were going to use as puppets, minions. This.
Oh, and are you going to turn this into something for your own gain?
This?
Yes.
No. No. She kind of slowly stands up if you hear that wet sucking noise as her fingers slip out of the hag's skull. And as she does so, you watch as, the beheaded Annie's egg, this, hulking thing that's been standing there kind of assisting every now and then, it slowly begins to crumple in on itself and fall apart as it falls.
He gestures towards that. That I understand. The reanimated corpses are tools of war. The Duskhavens used them in my time. So what you just did was not going to give anybody any gain or give us any tactical advantage.
No. But that's the thing. I am a part of this. Her hands kind of come up in motion towards everything. I am nature. And nature here is sick. And twisted. And wrong. I do this because she deserved it. I think. Now I feel it. But I know, even if I'm the tool of something good, what I am is not. Her hand, covered in that black, congealing blood, reaches out, touches your chest, Deckham. Does a heart made of gears, cogs, and valves still beat?
Before a couple weeks ago, I'd say no, but I've been spoken to, so I don't know. Trying to figure that portion out.
She is a terrible guide. Just like your creators.
Warren needs to make an athletics check.
Okay.
Still willing to push buttons.
He made the exact wrong statement. I mean, I'm probably gonna fucking oh, I didn't.
Oh no!
What are you doing?
I'm just grabbing her neck, like just how she had the rabbit.
She doesn't resist you.
Morwen, we've put up with a lot, but you will not dismay the name of Mistress K.
She looks up at you with these eyes, and there's a soft smile. A reassuring smile, almost. I wasn't talking about her. She's fine.
He'll drop her.
She kind of just, sits back where she was standing. Naive. Young. Idealistic. But she's probably good for you. If good is what you want to be. If you even have an idea of what that is. To be
Good is a human concept. I am what I am built to do.
I was talking about her. As she taps the side of, as she kind of takes a finger and taps the side of your head. She comes through. And then sometimes she sticks around. And sometimes she leaves you all alone. Like failed experiments. And then you have the others, the other mortals of your world. The humans, the elves, what have you. They built you to do a thing. One thing. And then threw you away when you proved you could do more. Because that's not what they built you for. Isn't it foolish of such things?
What are you talking about? I fell in battle.
Then how did you get your name if they didn't throw you away? Your kind isn't meant to fall in battle and be decommissioned. They're meant to be destroyed until there's nothing left. To be rebuilt, sent back out, just like a skeleton or a zombie. Used, abused, and how dare you try to be anything more than what they built you to be? Isn't it foolish to make a spoon and only use it for one thing? Let alone something complex like you. But now, emotions are troublesome, problematic, just like free will. Tell me, if you're a soldier, what's the one thing you shouldn't have?
The ability to disobey my masters.
Or the ability to realize it's not your war.
It is my war.
Was it?
It still is.
I am curious, but are the three of us are within earshot of this, or?
Yeah, because
You guys can be as close or as far away as you want.
I mean, it looks like you're about 20 feet away, so that just sounds like talking distance to me.
Because one thing that Elliot would say, at least to Morwen's question about what does a soldier not need or should not have, the only word that comes to his mind or that comes out of his lips is a conscience.
I was thinking disobedience.
Gonna hold my tongue for now.
She looks over at you, Elliot. And what is conscience if not free will? What is the good of making a sword that can decide it's not its fight? As she motions towards your sword.
As she motions towards his sword, it looks like it probably just towards Elliot because he knows martial weapons best. Maybe even Zinmar. But it looks like Deckham goes to find a war axe on his hip, but it's not there.
So what? You'd rather
And he looks
have-
somewhat confused. Like he looks down at his hand at his hip, and he just kind of looks at it.
It's actually where you've been hiding your shovel.
So what?
But-
You'd rather... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What I would say is you pick up the shovel, you realize it's a shovel, not an axe, and you're confused about that.
So... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead, Jack.
you go. That was just me
Yeah.
going, making a little sound at the end, the background.
So, what? You would rather have us robbed of free will, be tortured, and used as playthings and not have the ability to make a choice? Is that the better alternative? As you can
That
see,
would-
Kyle starting to fume.
She looks at Kyle with those dead eyes. That's not a choice you three ever had to make. You were born free will. Deckham wasn't. Deckham gained it. Just like you gained freedom.
It was thrust upon me. I didn't gain anything. And she hasn't talked to me since.
Because we are distant and far away from where they lay. The gods.
She's no god, she's a construct. We don't have
Or-
gods. We're built and we die. We do what we're programmed to do. Like feed the people that are insolent, ingrateful. Have never said thank you to me once.
Morwen just kind of waits for it and kind of looks over at Elliot. Well, Paladin. Oathmaker. What is a god, if not a construct? Like yours. A man built up to be a god.
You're referring to St. Cuthbert.
She nods.
All beings, all beings have their values to what they could revere and belief in. In my case, I was raised under the guidance of St. Cuthbert, while most others would expect one to blindly follow a faith they're born to or raised under. as you said, free choice, free will. What Declan may not choose to believe in is solely up to him, thus making him an individual. Though I will admit I don't know how it is like to be born with a made purpose.
Which is humorous because you were. But you didn't get to do that because your daddy.
There's a look on Elliot's face of, yeah, I know what you're getting at. And I was trying to forget that little truth there. Then he just adds, supposedly. But turning back on the topic of God and constructs, and to my own faith, a being that is deserving, I suppose one would say, of an individual's reverence could be called a god, a devil if they are hated enough, or, as I gestured to Decum, a construct if they are apathetic to the situation.
What about you? As she looks at Kyle. What about you, little magnum opus?
Now, considering where I'm from, most of the gods are dead. I don't give a rat's ass what people believe in, as long as their choice is theirs alone, even if at one point they were rewritten to be something else. As I said, I didn't get to experience any freedom. Most of my life was spent being someone's plaything, someone's doll, another show going from next minute to next, waiting that one day I could maybe live a life. And when I had it back for me for the last couple of years, it immediately was ripped apart. So, in all honesty, fuck this place. Fuck the gods, or anyone's belief, and fuck choice, because it seems that if this place wants to fucking beat us down, it'll beat us senseless until we're either dead into bloody pulps, or not gonna make it out alive.
Or become as depraved as the things that are trying to deal with us.
Now what about you? Our little spotted hare.
What about me?
You were made for a purpose too. A reason.
Well, maybe I was made for a purpose, but the purpose is on the wayside at the moment. The thing I do care about is friends, or the people that have the people. Wait, who are you saying that to, by the way?
Jeebus.
I'm, one thing that is important to me is that my friends, or the people that have taken care of me in this strange land.
100. I got 11
Guys, you're not
and 5.
I unmuted. I muted myself and yelled at the microphone, and then remuted myself.
The trials of my friends are very important to me right now. I have a purpose, and we'll get to that. But right now, my friends need me. People that care about me need me. And as for a purpose, that's all I need. Never had much in life, never want to. Perfectly content with living the rest of my days in a monastery, meditating, or spending time with the people who are close to me.
All I have left to say about this, for now, is it seems like you all have things settled. And Deco,
Can I hear from inside of the rotting
Oh, yeah.
carcass?
oh yeah,
Deckham will, like, push open the door. What?
you're a very good cook.
Thank you. Looks at the other three. Is that so fucking hot?
I do give you my thanks, Deckham. Perhaps I don't say it loud enough for you to hear.
Kyle just
You are correct. You do fine. Looks at the other two and goes back into the house.
Listen, I carried that shark around me for like a week. I'm pretty sure it was way past due when I was finishing it.
if you want my honest opinion, Deckham. At the end of the
He's
day,
gone. You're gonna have to, like...
Yeah.
Currently, I'm standing in the gigantic undead ogre.
Okay, then I'm not gonna deal with it right now because Kyle's just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, no, he just literally just slammed the door like a teenager on you.
Weird. It's like the same thing Kyle would do.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot's just gonna say this to himself, but it's loud enough for everyone to hear, and goes, I don't suppose this is considered the rebellious phase, is it?
I know that exact
learning
same
my
feeling.
emotions.
Ironic.
Learning
No.
my emotions.
Shut up, Tina.
Care about me.
Shut up. Kyle's
I'm
just
gonna
gonna say,
run away and never come back.
please don't. Because he's the only one
Oh,
that can
fuck
control
that. I
me.
like living.
Yeah, he runs. Anyway, it's sad that I can actually relate to him a little bit more now. God, I hate this fucking place.
Hey,
Moogle.
I,
What? Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I saunter on over to her and I say, do you really have a knitting club?
Please tell me. Please tell me she knits with people's fucking intestines, because that feels way too in character.
Actually, she watches. She reaches into a bag and she pulls out the beginnings of a scarf. You can roll me a nature.
That's not bad.
You're pretty sure it's a bit of hair. braided hair and twisted hair. Some of it might be human.
Oh god, all she needs to do is ask Deckham for yarn. I literally bought yarn.
Weirdly enough,
Did you buy it for Kyle to be a distraction?
I
Or,
did.
Like, Zamar?
Before we even knew Zamar existed.
I mean, the knitting needles are clearly pieces of bone from something.
Well,
But
that's pretty par for the
No,
course.
it's IRL. Knitting needles used to be whalebone. I don't think those are whalebone, but still.
They are
yeah,
bone.
these are like with a 15. You're pretty sure these were somebody's like forearm at one point. You know, bone splintered from it.
Yeah.
Oh no, look, they match. Google, I'm so sorry. I rolled a fucking an 11 and a 12 on 2D100. Would you like me to re-roll one?
No, I had to see what I was getting me on.
I go and I pull my little shirt a little bit loose, and I pull out a tuft of hair that's overgrown, and I give it to her so that she can use this as well.
I'm now part of the knitting club.
In a weird, Zamar, in a weird thing as you see from her, she actually takes and like pushes it back to you, and you hear this voice in her. No, you don't want me to knit your fate into things. Not by my hands.
Well, I offered.
And you can tell without like having to roll an insight. There is a serious level that you have not seen in this woman. It says this is like above and beyond the kind of level or the thing you want to mess with.
Why these hags didn't want to join you?
Perhaps. I don't know. They just wanted to feed on the decay here, the suffering. She motions towards that with the headless one that is collapsed into a pile of rotting meat. She came for the children that were left orphaned. And when they ran out, she just kept looking around, seeing what else with her little sisters. They just want to see it all suffer. They won't go to the city now. They won't go to the Crimson City because that's dangerous for their kind even. But here they get to roam free, only having to worry about creatures like me, which is really only just. That's the way of things.
Well, I hope our words didn't give you the wrong idea. We are very thankful and grateful for your help.
That is nice to hear, but unnecessary. If at anything, you were just in the middle of a fight with my problems.
Well, hopefully we don't run into any more of your problems. We may have been lucky this time, but I don't know if we will be lucky again.
Then we should probably find the hill by tonight.
Right.
Right.
I'll go get Deckham.
Let's go get the teenager.
As he's kind of going, he just mentally thinks, wait, am I actually the oldest one?
Technically, no.
You do
Yeah, 'cause
find
technically, Deckham just doesn't remember how.
Yeah. That's why Elliot's kind of pausing. Because he remembers he had a talk with Deckham, and Deckham said that he's technically possibly older. But looking back at the situation...
Possibly 3,000 years old, but most in recent memory, I'm 2.
Yeah, and Elliot's just adding, he's like,
Am I the youngest one here? I'm 28.
Well,
Alright.
if we're going by
Zimbar?
mental memory or physical memory,
Well, let's just go physical for the sake of.
then I'm 2.
Or sorry, I guess
mental...
I guess not counting that.
Yeah, Ellie's also referring to
I'm like
mental
30.
because
Oh yeah, then we're about the same age.
I
Ellie's...
think I put Zinmar as like around 30 years old.
I think
Kyle's
yeah, if I
28.
ever looking through his sheet, I think he's like 30 something, like early 30s.
Yeah, Elliot...
Makes sense that.
Continue.
Sorry, go ahead. No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
fine.
I was gonna say, Elliot looks 30, but he's actually 79.
30?
He looks
There's
30.
like a small.
He's a damn
there's a
here.
small-
So you guys, as you guys are having this conversation, like it's intermittent with just like the smashing of cabinets, drilling through something metal. Like Deckham is just tearing this fucking shack asunder.
It's just like cut to Deckham with elevator music. Doo, doo, doo. The things are just being destroyed. Doo, 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 doo,
It's
doo,
sideways because it fell on its back, so he's like tearing through this home like sideways.
Ellie's
I
just
guess
going
Kyle
to...
just.
He's gonna do this to the door. Knock on the door. Do you need assistance, Deckham?
Oh, fishing. Oh no.
All right. So you see, like, you knock. Do you knock on the door or something?
Yeah, he did. I'm not sure if you heard
So
it.
it's like, and then by the time the third one is going down, the door falls open. You see Deckham sitting in a pile of rubble with a rock and a fishing hook in his hand.
I think fishing here might not be advisable, but
Both of these are magic. The rest of it is useless.
Are you feeling better?
He looks around the room. Unfortunately, no. Would you help me out?
Of course.
He'll reach up a hand to you.
Grabs it.
Does his best to jump and try to get himself out of this dilapidated shack on the back of a ogre.
Yep, I'll roll my athletics. See if I can help him out with this.
Yeah, it's more than viable.
I do alright.
I try.
I was just scared of a nat 1 all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deckham just goes to the river and it's gone.
No, just that Elliot's
Deckham falls on you.
It was more of Elliot puts his feet in too hard and he goes into the house with the rest of the ogre.
It just becomes a log cabin on the river then.
As we get out, Deckham keeps a hold of your hand. You are the only one who's ever thanked me. Ever.
Etiquette was...
Kay really thanked you a lot, too, but...
Yeah, he's disregarding Kay from this situation because everybody knows how he keeps her in deference.
Now, her master, no. He's
No,
crazy.
Lord Fizzlebang didn't do shit.
What if every time I hear that name, it's so great.
Alright,
It's so gnomish.
so my
Yeah, I know, right?
And every time I hear it, I'm thinking of that one particular wizard in the world of Kieran.
Like I know who that is.
Don't worry, you don't need to know.
Well, he might be very similar to Fizzlebang in my world.
Oh dear God.
He's almost like Balthazar.
Yeah, no, alright, yeah, kind of makes sense.
Anyway.
I'll tell after session, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Elia is just gonna add. Well, I suppose you and I should thank my mentor, father figure, Greybeard, for that. He did teach me etiquette and proper manners, despite he himself having the slight vocabulary of a sailor.
Well, I thank you for listening to him. And I know that I'm acting like an tempestuous child, but these emotion things are new to me, and when they are prodded, anger comes easily.
I understand that, since I have been shunting my own emotions until we more or less got here.
I believe you and I have something to work on then. As friends. Right?
There's actually a genuine smile, no fangs or anything, just a genuine, very short smile.
Elliot's smiling.
Disgusting.
Yeah, adjusting. It looks... I guess since Deccan has been around Elliot long enough, he knows that it's a genuine smile. It's not one of those weird, crooked, plastered-on smiles.
Like there's like a uncanny valley here.
Yeah.
So not used to seeing Elliot smile. It's like, is that human? Wait, no, it's not.
Yes, you forget
Why does it
only
look
half
human?
I'm only
Even
half
more
human.
with like that's unsettling.
Right. Let's get back to the group.
So, actually, before you do that, he kind of pulls it back in.
Mm.
My correct designation is War Unit A12. That is my proper name.
Repeat that again for the player.
War Unit A12. I'll type it down.
A12, okay.
AA-12.
Thank you for getting my reference. My favorite shotgun.
Yeah, for some reason I was thinking of steak sauce. That's why
He's an A12
A1,
thing,
all right?
I'm sorry.
Come on,
I'm
steak sauce,
hungry at the
baby.
moment.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Now canon. It's now canon that Deckham has a steak sauce bottle in his.
I would not be surprised considering.
No,
What do you say?
steak sauce is for the weak.
Well, then what's for the
hot
weekend?
sauce.
I'm sorry, Jim.
So, do I know if I use both charges on this identify rod, it has a chance to break?
No.
Okay. So I'll just use as we get back into the group. I'll take out this random fucking stick I got from a creepy merchant, who was a very fine gentleman, and I need to use both charges on the hook and the rocks.
Oh. Well, Deckham, I think you're fixed now. Just shove that in you.
Alright, I'm keeping that one. That's for when I'm on watch. Oh, it's got a fucking craft.
I love that. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That feels too much like a deck-up item, but I don't know if you could fish. It's weird because it does both. I've actually seen this fishing rod before. It's actually really funny.
Anyway,
Alright, I'll just go through that in the corner and read that while we continue.
I'm just reading it. Wow.
So you see Deckham grabs the what color gem is it?
blue.
Blue? Alright, he'll affix that to his left shoulder pad, and you guys see that as he takes a couple minutes. He takes a little Dremel out. Do you want me to roll Tinker's Tools to make a slot for it?
I mean, you're supposed to hold it up and look through it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's up to you, because as a Warforged, I think, because with all of the sensors that he has, he could just affix it to like in front of one of his sensors.
I'll allow that.
All right.
If you guys are taking a long break, I'm not going to make you roll. You know how to
Do you all need a long?
I mean, a short
or-
rest. Short rest.
Sure. Okay. Because I mean, we woke up this morning, walked 100 feet, and ran into this shit.
As
Made a pillow over here. Points to the dead ogre.
I believe that pillow will start to rot and stink within a few hours.
As you hear it now, the loudest, ripest, wettest fart.
Why do you have to say it like that? Can you just
not? As she's doing that, Kyle's like, I'll just start a fire. And just not saying anything. Just try to make a fire, I guess. At least for a little bit.
I would say
I mean, it wasn't like immediately. It was, it was like an hour or three in
Yeah.
when this happened, but
I figured, like, she's probably, like, been making and, like, tending to it in between and just, like, throwing sticks.
Any of you good at finding fish with a rod and reel? Fishing, that's the word.
I look over to
I can
Kyle
give it a try.
I've never
and
gone.
then to Zamar.
I
eat,
lived in
don't
a
catch?
coastal.
I eat, don't catch.
I
I
guess I'll-
lived in a coastal town, but never actually attempted fishing.
Hold on, let me roll something.
I could beat you.
I mean, it's up to you, Deck. I used to fish every now and then when I was out on the docks, but
I just don't want to hoard all the magic items.
nah, it's fine.
It's fine, buddy.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll take it.
I
Oh,
have little
sorry, go ahead.
experience of fishing since I
Elliot,
mostly.
before we do that, can you check both of these to see if they're cursed or anything like that?
All right, one
They
moment.
were from a hag's cabin.
You're right. I should have done that before. And he takes a deep breath, gets his mind focused because he knows what he's about to do is going to probably nauseate him from. He'd done it before, but he saw to do it just in case. But he's going to go Divine Sense and try to focus it on those items alone and not on the rest of the world. But, oh, wait. I also have... No, it will not work. None with these anyway.
Does that work to detect curse?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. It only tells you if it's, like, undead or...
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all I can really do. I don't have anything like, I don't have any...
I guess it technically tells you if it's desecrated, so that's kind of a DM discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there something that actually allows you to detect curse other than identify?
Detect
The only
curse.
other thing I can think of is detect magic. Detect cursed isn't a spell.
Yeah.
I might be dumb.
No.
No, it is.
Really, it is?
Most methods identify a curse. Never mind. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
I would
no,
guess it'd be more like Arcana or Religion check.
Depending on the source of the curse, yeah.
I will tell you the Identify did not ping anything.
Alright. I don't
And
detect anything cursed, but if it's higher than a certain level of spell, I'm not sure if it is or not.
I will allow Elliot to make a religion roll.
I shall do so.
Good, because I'm not trained in Arcana.
I'm only moderately trained in religion.
Judging from your senses and such with it, these are not cursed.
Well, I am moderately surprised that these items are not cursed, since I know for a fact that hags always seem to carry a lot of magical items and trinkets. Though as to what they can do, unfortunately, I do not know.
I will point out, Deckham, even though it was turned sideways, you're pretty sure you found them in the bottom of a candy bowl. What constitutes as egg candy, but you know.
I believe that they were going to eat these, actually.
What?
Don't ask me questions. I found them in a candy bowl. I was not going to feed you anything from that place, but I did search it.
They probably put them there for usage later, or to deal with later.
Or
As much as you know, it just kind of was like a catch-all. Like candy bowls for eggs.
I
Yeah,
could
but-
use these if nobody wants them, but I don't. I mean, I'm taking this one. This one is for me, mainly to keep you all safe during the night.
You know, I do enjoy fish. I'll take the hook. I'll learn how to.
But whatever you catch that's worth eating, I can make it a decent food, but I'm not sure if I would be the correct person to use any
Usually I
of
fish
this.
with my hands, but suppose I can learn.
Question. I'm curious.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
I completely blanked on her name. I said it like 400 times today.
Morwen?
Morwen, do you have a...
Rowan?
Can you use one of your spiders to make a fishing reel?
Not a real, but
We just need a stick with a little bit of rope.
you watch as she reaches into her bag and she pulls out a spool. This should do, I think.
I'll hand her a ball of bright red yarn that I got like what, probably 10 sessions ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you bought a lot of stuff.
I'll trade you for it. For your knitting club.
I was going to give it freely, but I won't turn that away.
I don't do favors well.
It wasn't a favor, Deckham. I have no need for that threat.
And Sinmar seems rather tame, so I have no need for this.
But the weird part about it is you can roll an insight. Anyone who's sitting there looking at Morwen, if she's holding this ball of yarn.
Come on, Declan, you're fucking trained. And there you go, buddy.
Woo! That makes sense because Kyle's focusing on the fire. Wow, guys, chill.
You know what?
You and I roll so damn similarly in this game.
I don't know why, man.
You can
Wow!
have my curse.
Welcome to the club, Zinmar.
I'm just looking at the yarn like.
And Zinmar's got that like, oh shit.
That's my yarn
Oh
now.
boy, oh boy.
Elliot and
Don't be a
Becca,
stereotype. Don't be a stereotype.
in what is the most... I don't know how you would either handle this, knowing who Morwen is, what she has done, how she looks currently. There is a very almost mournfulness to her that is, and stillness that seems so human, other than the uncanny valley of her form and stuff. Like, you almost get that feeling that for a briefest moment she is just a starved, beaten elf.
I mean, that's the way Deckham has always seen her.
Yeah,
That's,
but I mean,
that's the
right
biggest
now,
problem for him.
well, this is like uncannily human. Like, there seems to be like a humanity to where suddenly, like, everything just for a moment has.
Yeah, so I think for Deckham, he kind of gets a little bit of like the right in between, like Kay's image is kind of like overlapping Morwen, because she's also an elf.
Yeah.
For Ellie, after you, buddy.
I sincerely thank you.
I was not expecting that. Memory. Yeah, fleeting things.
What was that like getting at you?
Oh, go ahead. Yep.
Elias is gonna keep that information in his mind, but outwardly, his usual hardened, stoic expression does soften a little bit. But again, also remembering what Morin has done and said, not just to our enemies, but also to them. He is unsure, but he'll trust Deckham's exchange with her, and also believe in Morwen not to do something to screw us over out of maliciousness.
I will say that you guys have had your short rest,
Yep.
and because of the time, we will cut it point very shortly.
Okay, so before we
As you
start...
see Morwen, she very gingerly, very gently places the yarn into her bag. And then she kind of turns, and there's a large blackened oak tree that you've come to, notice these larger cypresses and such. We should make for there. It'll make things easier. And, she motions for all of you to follow. We won't have long, so do not tarry, or you will become one with it. Here.
Right. The sooner we leave, the better we are at...
As you watch the tree split open.
Just love that fucking tag name, transport via plants. I love it.
Oh yeah. And you watch this large tree literally just split open like lightning or breaking dry wood. And on the other side you see a view of a hilltop, rocky but still there, overlooking countless trees into the mist.
Elliot, as before,
Without hesitation, Deckham goes through first.
Elliot follows quickly after, as he was going to go take points.
Zamar, are you going?
I
next?
was like, yeah.
Okay. After they all go through, Kyle's gonna wait for a second.
Goddamn.
If you could have done this the whole time, were you just trying to test us then? She looks at Morwen.
She kind of turns and looks at you as she's holding this hand up to keep it going. I don't know. Maybe.
You know, as fucked as this is, at least try to stay safe in whatever hellhole this land is. And she'll just jump through after everyone else is done.
She walks through after very slowly, and you realize that you are on a hilltop that is well above the trees of the swamp. You get that instinctual feeling that you're a good distance farther along. Your knowledge of the map that was drawn, you knew there was a hill that was suggested to be like the waiting place for the next night. Or actually the end of the third night, to get there. And as you do, she looks so. If you go that direction, as she points off in what seems almost arbitrary, but you kind of can faintly make out this wall of mist, and from an estimate, it could be, 2-3 hours away from your estimate of how far you could travel in these swamps. That is where the Vistani waits for you. You can make it there tomorrow. There shouldn't be too much in the way. But perhaps you should look upon where you're headed. As her arm, she swings it to what you kind of come to know as a northward arc, and the mist is not as thick up here as it is down in the bottoms where you can just barely see these trees. And I need everyone to make me a perception. And if anybody happens to have a spyglass, which I don't think anybody does.
Wait.
I couldn't find one. I tried to find one. But
That's right.
Does Explorer packs have a spyglass? I guess not.
Nope. No.
No.
Actually,
No pack has a spyglass. Deckham tried to buy one, but we literally have never found one.
17.
Deckham, for whatever reason, you are becoming accustomed to this gem that's overseeing one of your sensors.
Oh, okay.
So starting
roll
with
yet?
you.
Oh.
No, starting with you, what you are seeing is in this distance, which, understanding size and things and scale, what you see in a distance is a small village around a castle keep, nothing major. And of course you're like, well, that's not too bad. It's only been like a couple of days walk. Why didn't we just go there instead of, going through this side route? IL, there's a little bit more understanding about this being someone on the ocean. Scale can be very deceptive in size, and you're looking, and well, it's not just a castle keep. That's probably a fairly substantial castle. Elliot and Zamar, you realize that some of those houses in the village are 3 or 4 or 5 stories tall. What you thought were windows were black spots on walls that were contrast. You realize that some of the spires of this castle have 5, 6, a dozen spires of their own. It's more of a mishmash than a regular city. What you're looking at is probably closer to 100 miles away or more. And it is big.
That is a good 100 miles away from us. If I may ask, Lady Morwen, but what is this place? If I'm not mistaken, this isn't the Crimson Keep, is it?
That is the Crimson City. Yes. The last city in this domain. The last place that will fall. The last dream of its people.
Anyways, you said it's approximately 100 miles away.
Yes.
That'll take 5 days to get there just by itself.
It would take you far longer once you pass the swamps. You would have some of the wastes if you went to the west. If you go to the east, the ruins, the cliffs, the chasms. And if you went straight there, far worse things, like the pit.
Oh, and did you bring us here because you come here to gaze at your own home?
No, this isn't my home. My home... My home is long gone. Just like this place will be. My home domain was consumed and pulled into the core ages before any of the ones that you see and know that you will travel to, before any of those of your world, Elliot, even came here or knew of it. Before the Vecnas, before the Aslans, before any of them. Before Strahd fell and became what he is. Before Mordheim, or what is it, Mordant Shire, before any of them.
Yeah.
So,
So are we to traverse the Crimson City or to get to the Vistani?
No. Mordholt is where you're headed. Also known as the Crimson City. The quickest way, as she looks over towards where she had pointed before, will be to follow the mistways that way. You will go through them. And she looks back towards the city, points slightly to the east. And in the ruins of the old slums that brush the edge of the mist is where you will come out. You must traverse the city, head north to the old throughways on the other side. And in the darkness of those tunnels, you'll come to where you're headed at the event.
I have one more question about the keep, if you don't mind, before we head off. I'm sorry, go ahead.
She just says, I have time.
Is the keep a reminder, symbol of hope, or something far worse? Considering it's the last bastion.
She turns and looks at you. When you were young, Did you start with the really nasty food first? Or did you try to jump straight to the desserts?
She's kind of perplexed by the question and just looks almost quizzically at that.
Most people, they like to savor the sweetest parts. The places, well, the core likes to wait and take the most delicious parts last. The places so depraved, corrupted, twisted, tainted, and overrun by the dark power that oversees this domain. That it is an epitome, an avatar. Where you head, the Crimson City. That everything you've seen so far, which isn't much, is nothing compared to the evil and corruption and darkness of a mortal soul that resides there. She points out again at it. You've seen darkness like that in other places. When you saved the one known as K, when you witnessed Virgil, or the being known as Jack, your own mother and her sisters, Elliot, and you and Kyle. Every time you think about Margulia, remember, he's a monster, just like everyone that's in that city. Sure, there's some that might be okay. Some you might even be able to talk to. Talk your way out of. But everything there has no hope, has no dreams, only nightmares and despair. And with that,
Before you end it.
I'm not quite yet.
Okay.
She begins to slowly walk down the hill.
She's going in the other direction, or?
Yeah. She's heading south,
Right.
away from the direction she told you to go.
I'm going to take a burlap sack with 10 rations worth of pre-cooked meals, run down the hill and grab her before she completely is out of eye shot.
I was
Moen,
hoping to add one thing before she actually starts leaving.
you do that first.
Okay, so earlier Elliot did address her politely, which I guess probably Kyle and Deca would notice that when Elliot usually addresses people as very curt or dismissive, but he'll just simply say, despite our conflicting viewpoints of things, Lady Morwen, I thank you for the aid you provided and also a reminder why we fight. I hope you find what you are looking for.
She just kind of looks at you for a moment. And you get that same sense of sorrow, that almost humanness, alive thing to her, as that's when she starts walking down. And Dacum, you catch up to her.
He's going to hand her the sack with the food and one last question. I've heard that many of my kind were found in the breach. Was I built to be here?
She puts a hand on the outstretched one as if to say no. She kind of pushes it back. No. You were built to be a killing machine. A perfect hidden soldier. But you're more than that. Or are you? That is for you to decide. Because you have a chance to choose. Beings like your friends, they're born with a sense of self. It grows naturally even if you don't know it. You have to find yourself. A12. You have to find yourself. Bahamut's right hand.
While she's saying that, I'm going to try to sleight of hand at least one ration into her coat. I'm using my inspiration.
You don't need it.
Yeah, I'll let you keep the inspiration. Not that you need it, because we're at the end.
Yeah, it's the end of session anyway, so. But still. Deco.
Yeah, she pushes the rations away. They really don't do much for me. I'm already.
Pleasure is a thing that all beings enjoy. I might not get mine from food, but I do get mine from the smiles I see when they eat it. Morwen, if you have any chance to make you a leader of some sort of demiplane, we're going to take it whether you want it or not. I would like to see you again. No matter how much turmoil you put me through.
As the Vistani would say, if it's in the cards, Deca. But right now, while you weren't built to be in the breach, you're here, and they need their leader. Before others take choices from you and from them. You have time. But be aware of it. It will be arduous and dangerous. Not just for them or you in the ways you think. Like myself. Memories are a terrible, terrible curse. And she just kind of...
That's right to least most of mine. Now. You have a wondrous smile. Keep it on. I'm going to make sure these... He kinda... She feels as he's still looking at her, she feels the sensors look away from her. I'm going to make sure they can keep theirs.
Perhaps you're on the right path, Deca. being a light in the darkness. It is always a fight.
Well, I am the only one who can't see in the dark. Now go. And many more people that need your influence.
She just wanders off into the mist.
And Declan will slowly return to the party.
Declan, one thing. Kyle's gonna look at her. I think you burnt my eggs, Benedict. Just gonna let you know that, so... She said kind of with a smile as she starts heading towards wherever they're supposed to be heading.
I haven't burnt a thing in my existence. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, there was like a bit of it that was too crunchy. Maybe it was the wrong egg.
What do you
Maybe
mean,
push-
wrong egg? They're also
You know where
chickens.
the fuck we are?
Elliot will just add,
Okay.
right, though, thank you, Declan, for, I believe that is the first Egg Benedict that I actually was able to have and taste.
Oh, there's more where that came from, don't worry. I put more tricks up my sleeves.
Probably should get going, because I hate to make Vistani wait, considering.
To be honest, we still have 2 days, but yes. Let's go see if... Fuck, I should know it.
Daro?
Dario.
It was either Dario or Vario. It was one of the two.
It was Vario. It was Vario that brought us here.
Alright, Declan, you
And
have
he
the
had-
lantern, bud. Lead the way.
And Declan goes tink tink, flicks the lantern, and I'm guessing that's a very good place to end it.
Yep, as the flame burns brightly in the direction you're aimed at. That is the end of session 20 of Sea of Sorrows. I wish to thank everyone who's watched and joined us for this, as well as my players, because I was not prepared very well for tonight, and I am impressed at where we got. So I am very happy.
We got emotional trauma.
My bad.
Round 5.
It's a Sea of Sorrows game. I mean, a Ravenloft campaign, so yeah. Let's throw it over to Miser then.
Oh, whoops. Hello, everyone. Myers Mark here. I play as the brooding, not Blade, Dampier Elliot Ptolemy, and I'm also the DM for the upcoming, returning into the Wildlands on Sundays, which the players are going to deal with a giant mithril golem. So that's going to be fun. You can find my content on both YouTube and Twitch under the handle name of Miser Mark, and stuff that I collaborate with is Jeeves the Dingus and Transpace Mariner on both their YouTube and Twitch accounts respectively. And I shall hand it over to next Monday's DM for Drake Salvation, Jeeves the Dingus.
Well, hello everyone. I am your resident Warforged sorcerer Declan. You can find me at Jeeves the Dingus on Twitter and YouTube. I want to tell Moogle to shut the hell up, and this was a fantastic session. I had a great time during it, and he needs to stop being so damn hard on himself.
I second that.
Other than that, I will throw it over to Jason, the only person in this party who regularly streams on an actual schedule.
I stream. I have been streaming actually every single day. And whatever. But I have survived the big sea. I am back. I don't know. I did a lot of thinking while I was sick, and I decided I was going to put a lot more effort into streaming. And you can find me at twitch.tv/SirFreeForAll, or anywhere else is SirFreeForAll as well. Pretty much everywhere.
What's that Minecraft mod you've been playing?
Minecraft server I've been playing is Hypixel, like a MMORPG. ORPG in Minecraft. It's really solid. I got about like 1,200 hours in it or something. But that's what I've been streaming. So if you're interested in that, you can come watch me. And whoever else
Mariner.
needs
Yeah.
Mariner, I'm gonna toss it on over to Mariner as I go get my cats because they're fucking fighting.
Hello, name's Transface Mariner. I play your resident edgy rogue that's trying her hardest not to stab people and has a lot of issues that we're kind of working through.
Oh, no.
But yeah, you can find me Transface Mariner on Twitch, DM Mariner on Twitter. And honestly, Moogle, don't be so hard on yourself because campaign's fine. Everything's going great. I love being able to handle a difficult situation and still come out of it on top and feel fine about it, as well as like all the fun and the peace stuff. But yeah, and then next week we get to play One in the Chamber, where we get to be in a chamber for once. But there's not one person, so it's kind of sad. But yeah, that's all I got, so I'll throw it back to you.
Again, thanks everyone for joining us, and have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Good night.
Bye.
Done on my end.